Hello, everyone.
Hey.
How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. And welcome to another Martin Erickson Plays stream, where Martin Erickson plays a game.
Yes, and Alex does chat and also plays when it's hard. Because, I was cutting a base for... I was cutting a flying base and it went like this.
That is a very lame excuse. He did a blood pact with a bunch of witches in the wood and he required to, do some stuff with his blood. I look so short next to you for some reason. What the fuck?
Yeah,
we're about the same height. I will not stand to be a little shorty like this. What the fuck?
Go with the...
Why is my chair?
Get the chair.
There we go. That's more like for reals.
Excellent. Yes, welcome. Today we're going to keep playing and we're going to kick some Anarch ass and see what happens. So in hard combats, because of obvious reasons, Alex is going to take over and do what he does best. Kill shit. How have you been since the last time? It's been a while.
I've been doing all right. I was robbed of my mustache and my facial hair and some of the other hair that I have, so I'm looking more aerodynamic now.
Yeah, less scary.
Yeah, so a little bit of an advice. Be mindful of how much facial hair you have and what your... I don't want to talk about this. I scared a lot of people in the streets, and at some point I just decided, you know what, the murder hobo look is not working for me.
Yeah, no, there can only be one murder hobo in this stream.
Your beard is actually really well kept. Mine wasn't.
There can be opinions on that. But yes, what are you playing? You're playing Europa Universalis still?
Playing a lot of Europa Universalis 5. It is a really, really, really good game. My God, I love the joy of map painting.
Yeah.
But what about you? I've heard that you're playing something that is not World of Darkness as far as TTRPGs goes recently.
It is actually World of Darkness, but originally it wasn't. So it's the reason why Kenneth Haidt wrote for V5 actually. So we are... Me and my veteran playing group that are really, really good, called the Silver Saga, are embarking into the world of international espionage to hunt down the Bin Laden of vampires, Dracula himself. It's an enormous freeform campaign of about rogue agents who have ended their role in the War on Terror in 2015 and will slowly become dragged into looking for the historical Dracula.
Osama bin Dracula.
Amazing fun. So we're just on our second session, but it really suits this group that love slow burns, they love realism and psychological realism. So we're playing Kenneth Haidt's and Gareth Hanrahan's Night's Black Agents, but modified to play with World of Darkness rules. So one can expect that Dracula conforms a bit to his portrayal in Children of the Inquisition, where Dracula is blood-tepish in some way. He is the big outcast of the vampire world. The biggest autarch there is, a player who manages to play both sides of the Camarilla and the Sabbat in the lore.
The biggest outcast. He sings with Ice Cold and Andrew 3000. Andrew 2000.
Yes. Hey! I met Andrew 3000 at a amateur rapper party in Atlanta. I remember him smiling when somebody did a rap about Stephanie Myers, the author of the Twilight series. I think that it was, fuck Edward, fuck Twilight, fuck Stephanie Myers. Okay, well, anyways, that was my outcast story. It doesn't go any further than that. So, yes, without further ado, let's play some Bloodlines 2. See.
That rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do it on accident, or you have to click on the live scene?
I do Bloodlines 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Or 2 Bloodlines 2. I forgot which one. You don't
Play. See. Yeah.
So So Europa Universalis 5 doesn't, like, you can't see here right now because, like, it doesn't pop up, you, like, watching, but Bloodlines 2 has a launcher, right, on the PC. And Europa Universalis 5 doesn't use the Paradox launcher anymore. It has the Paradox account. You can log in to track your progress, etc. But, okay, that's just a warning. But it doesn't do the launcher anymore. Like, it doesn't say, like, hey, press this button to play the game after you already played the button that says play the game. So, quite odd. I don't know why they went with that decision. I do like that they do some sort of preloading, so, like, it doesn't take, like, for fucking ever for the game to actually load. Now, let me just do a little bit of a sound check here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can hear the game.
Are we blood resonancing, or are we...
I think we were about to go to sleep, or we just woke up from sleep. I think we just woke up from sleep.
Yeah, we are now in the investigation part. We're in
right.
inside of Fabian's recollections of recent events. So I think that in order to... Question is, yes, we have some phlegmatic blood resonance, so maybe we can actually do some...
phlegmatic stuff.
Phlegmatic stuff, yeah. So we should be able to, get something done. Let's see. Yeah, let's go find some clues.
I remembered the Macon bar, and I'm assured.
Yeah, let's go to the Macon bar. Oh no, we cannot interrogate objects. I think
because we just use it, yeah.
Yeah, so let's have a sip on the way.
What other disciplines do you have? Like, can you actually see, like, on the ability tree? Like,
I think
like
I'm gonna go there and try. Yeah, here. Let's see what ability. Where's the ability tree? There's the ability tree. What we can do?
So you got, like, fast forward, which is a passive. Mask of 1,000 faces.
Obfuscate.
Forgetful mind.
Dominate.
Spirit's touch.
Auspex.
Okay. Inscribe the soul.
Also Auspex.
Okay, all very interesting abilities, but so far we only used one.
Yeah.
Because what I was thinking about is that, like, if we exhaust all the potential blood dolls that we can drink from, and we need, like, an actual discipline, then we can't actually, like, do stuff. So I think it would be best to, like, get stuck without access to the discipline first, and then drink in case, like, we actually need it.
Do that. Yeah, let's do some.
Because I really don't want to, like, have to restart this entire game.
No, let's see if we can do some reconnaissance first.
Reconnaissance.
It's about as much snow as in Malmö right now.
Yeah, so it snowed yesterday and the day before, like at night and then yesterday. And there's slush everywhere in the city, and walking is a pain in the ass. Martin and I went out like buy some furniture earlier today, and we had to like do a whole operation to bring the stuff back home.
Yeah.
Both of us forgot to wear proper
sensible shoes
to walk in the snow, so
we're not amazingly sensible people. You might have noticed. All right, let's talk to the bouncer.
Good evening to you, Patrick. How's my favorite portal security operative?
Uh-oh. Something up? Need to see the boss?
No. I reckon you're the right man for the moment. I need your memory. In particular, the memory of a woman named Verona. Name ring a bell?
You usually make it tougher. That one's easy. She owes me for dry cleaning.
Oh, she puked on him.
Tried to talk her way in, but she couldn't form a sentence, so I told her no. Then she puked
told you.
Nice girl.
So she never even made it through the door?
Seriously? She vomited on my second best pair of pants. That's all I remember. And it's not a fragrant memory. You need anything else, or can I get back to the job I enjoy so much?
No. You have your duties to attend to, and your laundry. Verona said she'd been to the Glade.
Let's go across the street, or around the corner, rather.
Miracle, I don't freeze.
Are you?
And by the way, hello to the lads in chat. There'll be Forlorn, our #1 follower, and Joseph March 7142. Welcome to the stream, the both of you. And to answer your question, yes, Martin is the one that is playing despite the injured thumb. But when the going get rough, I'm gonna take over because we don't want to aggravate the injury on his left hand.
Yep. It already happened when I tried to carve some cheese. Did I open up the wound?
That rag was best used.
This is a lie. He was feeding one of his blood dolls to establish a blood bond.
Yes. From the vein, like you should.
Yes.
No goddamn putting it in potions. Alright. Let's see. We are looking for leads in this here hotel lobby. Yeah, the Nice Black Agents adventure we're playing, we're doing the intro adventure, so it's set largely in Dubrovnik, Croatia, in 2015. And you know what happened then?
2015, there was this very disappointing show that started off really strongly. I think it started around 2014 or 2015.
No, it started 2011.
Started 2011. Oh yeah, the year that I ended college. Yes, 2011. That it started in 2011. Lots of people gave baby names based on some of the characters on that show, and then they deeply regretted it because of how it ended.
Let's not talk about the ending. But yes, so yeah, we had a cameo from Cersei or Lena Headey in our session, because yes, the Dubrovnik is where Game of Thrones was filmed during those days, and I like to sort of emphasize that we're in the real world, but that the same actors, same shows and so on exist in the World of Darkness as in the real world. So they listen to Lena Headey giving her producers a hard time over booking her in the shitty motel where the agents were staying.
Do you have business at our establishment?
Hello, Arms of Ariman. Welcome to the stream.
PD. And yes, I do have business. I'm trying to
yes,
trace
welcome.
someone's movements.
Please stay a
Do
while.
go ahead, sir.
Stay a
The
while
faster
and
you
listen.
expedite your egress, the better for all.
I don't know much about birds of prey, but there was a young lady here last night with her friends. Name of Verona.
By the way, if anybody has any comments on how the sound is, if our voices are fine, if the game is too loud or too low, please let us know. The sooner we are aware of it, the sooner we can fix
It was
things.
not appropriate for our establishment. Neither were her gestures, nor her choice of urination receptacle. I am
Holy shit, what did that Verona girl did on her night out? Because she seemed to be so like, oh yeah, like I drank a little bit. And now she puked on a guy, peed on...
I think she was
full of shit.
She was lowballing the estimate how much she drank.
Yeah, she drank and forgot about things.
Strike you as fishy last night?
No more than usual, sir. We are often afflicted with inebriates.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, tell
So
me-
this Fabian's story starts like the Prohibition era on a speakeasy, and now he's investigating a case of somebody getting super drunk.
Yeah, but this is in the current.
Yes, in the current
day,
the current era.
Yeah.
So I'm just like pointing about the juxtaposition of like
true.
Prohibition,
Absolutely.
woohoo, night out getting super drunk.
Did you hear what they were talking about?
It is not my place to eavesdrop on our clientele, sir. That said, I believe the entire hotel will be aware of which show tunes Miss Verona cannot, in fact, sing.
Ouch. Well, at least she was in a good mood. I better be going. I need to feed the egress.
May you find joy in it, sir.
The spirit of goodwill and charity, as evidenced by the richest of Seattle. Everything looks festive, but all just for show.
Do you think we're gonna be able to finish this game before Christmas? Because there's Christmas decorations already for sale in places.
Yeah.
Soon it's gonna be Black Friday, and then
The great
Mariah Carey's gonna get defrosted.
A catalog of those caught in Mistress Lou's net before she took early retirement.
Yeah, I don't have time to do that right now, but I would love to read up who these people are.
Yeah, I
Or
was
were.
about to say, like, who the
Were
hell are
in-
those
were in
guys?
history.
Are they like actual people, or they're just like
Very likely. Very likely. Okay, have
something
I?
else there to the right? You saw it?
No,
Like on the
what's that?
yeah,
It's a gift.
the gift.
Decking the halls, Still a couple of weeks to Christmas.
It is.
Wow, you
We are
guitared
playing
me
in
for
real
this.
time.
Back in the day.
You made me interrupt Martin's gameplay for this sort of exposition? God damn it, game.
Yeah, nothing up there.
Yeah, you gotta select the lead and...
I think this is all we're gonna get from here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beer was cheap at
Wow, this lags a lot.
I have enthusiastic settings.
Yeah, but you also have a pretty good computer. And you're playing on 1080p.
I saw mods are starting to arrive. There was like some anti-stutter mods and so on.
Interesting.
Lots of goth fashion mods also.
Yeah, skin swaps are easy to do actually, because you just like replace one asset with the other.
Yeah.
But the game is not like inherently moddable in the sense of like having like an SDK or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think Bloodlines was either.
But Bloodlines was built on the source engine.
True.
And the source
Yeah,
engine is like
very
open,
easy to
very
mod.
documented.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we gotta like climb on that thing. Where are we trying to go again? The Macon, right? No, the Macon is blocked because the guy said that, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be just behind this building, so why not?
Oh, right, Fabian.
Yeah, he's
Never
Fabian
mind.
can't climb.
We have a question from Arms of Ariman. Let me read it here. He asked, like, if you have any... it's a composite question, so... he asked if you have any strong thoughts on the Anarchs. He says he or her says he loves them as a faction, but their disorganization can make it a struggle to develop beyond the Camarilla structure of barons. And they were excited and when they took Berlin. And
Yeah, I was there when the Anarchs took Berlin. Because that is it's an event that we played at as a massive LARP, and we followed the actual results of the LARP in the lore. That is why the Anarchs now own Berlin.
Interesting.
So, and yeah, I mean, Anarchs per definition attempt to adhere to more modern ways of organization than the Camarilla. I've always thought that this sort of having a general term for their prince thing is kind of destructive, especially calling it Baron, since it calls upon the same kind of medieval structures as the Camarilla does. And also, I don't think that anything is globally named anything for real in the World of Darkness. It's like, of course, princes because of Machiavelli's The Prince and so on.
It's probably called
It's probably
the president.
Common term. Yes, I think they could be called the president, for instance, because I think they would try to do
The Doge.
a democratic. I think
Like
the common thing is like, why are we not a democracy? Would be a very, very.
What's the
common
name
question.
of the leaders of Carthage? Leaders of Carthage.
Yeah, that's if they are aspirational Carthage.
Oh, it was terrible. They were called the Suffetes.
No, that's wonderful.
Suffete. Oh yeah.
Suffete.
I'm the Suffete of
I'm the-
California.
yeah.
That just does not roll off the tongue.
Oof, I think it's beautiful.
did like spaces to prove.
Au contraire, I think it's beautiful. But no, I think they have different things, and also there's, of course, not all anarchists would be or not all anarchs would be anarchists. But there is like this common misconception that anarchists don't organize. That is not true. They do network organization. So I think that is a common way of doing it, or just organize like crime gangs. I think that is possibly a very common way of organizing for the anarchs.
Maybe the Archon. No, that's a title on the Camarilla, so you
It
can't
is.
reuse it.
Archons, no.
Yeah.
Archons is, I mean, comes from Gnosticism.
Yeah.
And they are the lords of the false reality. They are the demiurge servants.
but,
I think it's pretty appropriate that the lower, the
term
ones that are
Archon-
under, they are under the Justicars.
But the term Archon means ruler in Greek, essentially. Arms of Vermin says the mods for the game so far have been encouraging, but yeah, Unreal Engine 5 has its strengths and weaknesses for modding. I never actually tried modding anything on Unreal 5. I have played around with some stuff on Unreal 5, like on the developer side, but nothing major, like other than like doing some tutorials.
Yeah, no, but, I mean, you can fuck around with blueprints a lot, but I don't know how.
The question is, how can you integrate
how
stuff?
accessible is this? Yeah. No
Like
idea.
if you don't build the framework for it, it gets a little hard. Oh, that's very insightful thought. Commentary, Fabian. Thank you very much. Ooh, blood stuff.
Sugar skull.
I wonder if we're actually gonna fight somebody that, like, we actually need to grab that stuff. Like, why is it around? Ah, maybe for us to reactivate our powers.
Collectibles.
Ooh, arcades.
Never did.
Oh my god.
I did once win $100 from a one-armed bandit, but he died soon after.
I hated it.
You know that Fabian is a non-gamer, and you just hate him.
Normies get out of my board.
20s, god damn it.
SPD, right? Yeah, go ahead. Quieter tonight. Not like last night. Man, that was a mess.
Big party, huh? Anyone seem out of place? Were you at all?
There was this one guy hanging out by the pool table. He was kind of creeping on a group of girls, you know, watching but never getting too close. The boss said he tried to warn him off, but this guy was hopped up on something real intense, scary. Boss called me for backup, but by that time the guy had gone.
Thanks. That's useful.
Let's see if I can ask him anything else.
People to serve here.
I want to check out the pool table. You know, for evidence.
Oh, now I gotta make the pool table talk.
Here we had an actual choice, so one... Yeah,
Yeah, like
milking
I'm
the
curious
lead
to
in
see
one
like what
way.
would happen like if I asked like,
Locks
hey,
out.
do you
Yeah,
have you
I locked
heard of
out.
this girl named Veronica?
Yeah, I locked
Verona?
out. I locked out two choices.
Yeah.
But that's nice. I like that.
I have a couple of friends that would lose their crap with this game because you can't just like load the save and try out the different option to find out like.
Instant loading is going to be a thing.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like.
Instant saving, I mean.
You gotta drink.
Ooh, there we go. This is the first motivation to drink here. Let's do that.
Well, second actually.
Yeah.
Arms of Armand said, I quite like the V5 Anarch book in concept and the vision of a sect who integrates with humans rather than rule over them. But the Camarilla comes with the traditions and a bunch of preset roles, so that makes them pretty attractive to newbie storytellers.
Absolutely. I always thought that the Anarchs is a bit more sophisticated play, but in one way they are more integrated in the setting, and they care about humans in a way that the Camarilla
No, it's that way.
pretend to do with their traditions, whereas the Anarchs maybe actually do. And getting involved in real-world struggles and not just in
You
struggles.
can't climb that thing.
No, I cannot.
Question, are you going
Not
to the
just-
right direction?
Yeah,
Or is
I
it the other one?
I kind of. I
Because I'm
am,
pretty sure that
but
we
I
just
am-
came in there.
Yeah, I have an identity crisis.
The icons have the same color, so it's a little hard to...
Yeah, because I think that I can climb shit all the time. But yes, I like the Anarchs getting involved in real-world political struggles, whereas the Camarilla is more like manipulating the political situation to get away with existing as a vampire. They haven't sort of given up on changing the world. Yes.
We got a doomsayer here. Let's try
Lovely.
talking with
Just
him.
a precious moment, if I might.
Guess the resonance.
Prayers flow from you.
Cray.
Worries
Yeah.
for another.
Paranoid.
Glory comes for us both. Shall we have a moment that gives us a taste of it?
We shall ascend together, dearest detective.
Damn, is that easy?
Try it. Just
Oh, and
buy
you don't
into
even
whatever
have to, like-
delusion the person has.
Ooh, that gives me the strength I need to meet the divine. You just keep spreading the good word. I have other things to do.
Do
Wow.
not waste your life, Fabian. Count
Ah,
your
she's somebody that he
blessings
knows already.
I would say sanguine.
instead. Kids to look
Sanguine?
after.
Yeah, happy, like energetic, all of that stuff. Let's see. Where can I see what blood? No, yeah, it's
they
just
just
phlegmatic.
phlegmatic.
And serenity is just around the corner.
Is that good enough? Yes, it is.
Foreign mention here. On the topic of gamers versus normies, in a conversation, a major referenced 40k at work, and everyone understood the connection.
Yeah, but 40k is having a glory moment right now. Like truly, I've never seen anything like it.
I think that this was the best part about like having worked on a gaming studio, was like dropping out a Metal Gear Solid reference and everybody immediately understood me.
Yeah.
And now I'm working with people that are like 10 years older than I am, so like none of them get any of those.
Yeah, no, but 40K's lore is now, it's like, I know a lot of people that they don't play, they don't do anything with it, but they listen to the lore videos because it's just that interesting. No, yes, it was the pool table. Let's have a conversation with the pool table.
This one is gonna be good. Or is it?
Tables kind of
Now, is it her story gonna be spotless because it's a precision game, or is it gonna be a story that is full of holes because the pool table is full of holes?
View of where Verona was sitting from here. So, tell me, Pockets, you see anything last night? Could be any bar in any city, but you stroll right into mine, Detective. There was a guy spent some time around you. Kind of a creep. You remember anything? Now, how well do you remember? Scores on the chalkboard are my only way of keeping a tally. Unless you're talking beer, sweat, and tears, Detective. This rough green holds its share of history, as I'm sure you know. That's a fact.
Speaking of beer, this should not stand. This should fall. Like the weight distribution is just wrong.
Tears, Pockets. Must you
Unless it's fixated on the desk, on the table, of course. But then it would make shit to play.
You don't know how much liquid is in each of this. Let me listen to the pool table.
For example, last night. Well, I blush to say it, but my current perfume is that of day-old spilled beer. That and something else. Just a touch of dirt and fresh concrete.
Fresh concrete.
Yeah, that
rebars
sticks out. Yes, exactly.
Fresh concrete. It's faint, but oh darn it! I reckon I've got something on my leg. Some varmint has smeared me with dirt, Detective. Soil, concrete, and just a touch of steel and plastic, and the heady aroma of porta potty. Our target came from a building site.
which is where we fought Benny.
Yeah.
Oh, now wait. I'll lay odds it was the Western reconstruction site. Not too far, inhabited by
Dracula reference.
and other lowlifes.
Western, yeah. Lucy.
I'd say don't get into any fist fights, Detective. But honestly, I don't think you have the balls.
So, back in chat, hi Kung Fu Fairies, really good nickname, by the way. And he said that Fabian has his herd, all good. Got quite a couple of people that I haven't seen here before.
Yeah, that's
Joseph
nice.
Arms and
I posted in the Bloodlines 2 group because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
of course starting to pop up. So maybe that is where people are coming from, and that is very good.
yeah, I
Very nice.
usually drop it on Reddit on r/WhiteWolf and
Okay.
r/VTMB.
drop it where I can. But the
You remember to approve your own
Facebook-
post this time?
Facebook things, maybe I did.
Future comes.
Just read from her again. I mean,
Yeah, I like this relationship building up here. But yes, welcome new people. I was creatively responsible for V5 and the period between 2014 and 2019. I was the creative lead for Parawolf, for the Paradox initiative to both acquire and run White Wolf, which was then a separate company for that time.
yes, White Wolf AB.
Yes.
Got a couple more comments here. This one is going to be a question that you're going to like probably go on a little bit. Arms of Vermin asked, have you played the choice of games World of Darkness projects like Night World or Book of Hungry Names? They're quite excellent. The latter reignited my love for World of Darkness when I played.
Hope we're all here.
Book of Hungry Names. I IP edited.
Yes.
Yes, I have read all the options, everything. I went in there to make sure that the portrayal of spirits, of how spirits are summoned,
Just
of,
take a breath.
let's say this, loosening up but not contradicting parts of earlier editions to sort of make it still open, that it could be kinfolk that we're talking about, for instance, but make it a little less like, oh, it's kinfolk.
Why, Grant?
Because kinfolk are a
Don't worry.
non-thing
We'll
in
always
V5
swipe away
originally.
every
I play with
serenity.
kinfolk and I play with genetic werewolves and all that. And that is, of course, it's an option in Werewolves the Apocalypse 5 that there is genetic and so on. But the werewolves don't
I
know.
you hurt.
Um,
I know
and-
you are in pain.
spirits choose more who they include into the different tribes, or you choose the spirits. But the genetic curse of the werewolves are definitely a possibility, or curse. There it's more a calling, fate, a species even.
ESA, genetics do not exist. This is all a technocratic construct.
Of course.
Everything is just
You know,
patterns.
but you know what I mean by, okay, patterned fate. Their avatars are infected with the beast. I don't know, you probably have the full werewolf explanation for me sometime, but not now. Book of Hungry Names is fucking awesome. That's what I want to say. And yes, I know it very, very well. Night Road, I know that Karim was heavily involved in that one. And of course he's involved in everything. But I do love the writing in Choice of Games.
Okay, so Arms of Ahriman is Sharky, and Kung Fu Fairies is Shorin. Shorin. I don't know why YouTube actually decided to use the handle instead of the display name on chat for some reason.
Yeah.
And Sharky, I suppose. I'm gonna call you guys by like the name that you preferred. Sharky said that fantastic use of spirits and blending of lore concepts like Primal Tongue in the three families was a highlight. The answer in Tiger was such a freaky antagonist. I have not played it, so I have no idea what any of those things are about.
No, you just play it. Not too much spoilers then, because I think it's one of the most interactive World of Darkness games that exists right now.
I'm gonna be real honest here. I do not like visual novels. I'm probably
It's
never
not
gonna play.
visual, it's only novel.
That makes it not better for me.
Okay. Oh, youth of today.
Thanks. Calling me young was one of the kindest things that anybody has ever done in the last couple of
God
months.
damn it, I was kind to you. I didn't mean to. Yes. It's beautiful. I love the whole. I've of course brought up on choose your own adventure books, like everyone else of Generation X that became a deep nerd. So for me, it's Lone Wolf. That's my first calling, and then later, I had a French friend who swore by the sorcery books were translated to French, but he had these beautiful French editions. I could never read them. I just looked at those fantastic John Blanche illustrations. And then I did get them, and then I played them also in their app format, or their computer games format, and those you should play.
What is the name of that thing? Because in Portuguese it's called a
It's a
betoneira.
cement mixer.
Cement mixer.
Yeah.
There was that.
I like it better in Portuguese.
Okay, we're in the crime scene now. Yes. But I love
There's
things that
something
are
there.
powered by your imagination, and I love reading. So, for me, it works really, really well.
Maybe it's above? Because it diminished?
Yeah, looks like we're.
Thing?
Oh shit, we're weak as Malkavian with. But
That's fine, you don't have a punch button. You're not
I
gonna
can
get into
only.
a fight.
I think that this represents me experiencing time differently. This is a part of my, let's say, negotiable connection to reality, that I can move fast. That's not really me moving fast. It's me zoning out and just going for it. So I think we will have to find a traversable.
Yeah, remember that we actually climbed this thing before as fire.
Yeah, that is fire. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able
Whatever
to do
your whatever the real name is.
the Nomad.
No, that's not even the real name.
Yeah, but it's a
Real
better name than fire.
I know
Why
the
are you
real
just
name.
stuck with the Nomad? Nomad is such a fucking badass term. I'm the Nomad.
Yeah, but I think that badassery. Maybe you don't want to play a badass character. And
Yeah, you don't want to play a badass character. The first thing that you do in the game is punch a guy through a fucking wall.
Yeah, true. But yes, that the fire thing. I hate to speculate, but there is speculation. Where
Maybe
could
it's
I go?
behind you instead of in front of you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like
Like here, yeah.
Yeah, like
probably
try approaching
this.
from a different angle.
Yeah.
Fucking snowman. Sharon asks like if you still use kinfolk. Yes, he does.
I do. In my campaigns, I do. In my chronicle, I do. I not in the same way. For me, it's like this. The kinfolk was a tradition of the Guru Nation. The Guru Nation didn't work out. They failed. Humanity, in their greedy collaboration with the worm, won. And the Earth is basically, as we know, basically doomed, environmentally doomed at this point, if we don't do some pretty serious shit. Or at least the current ecosystem is doomed, and the current ecosystem is Gaia. So the Guru Nation lost out with their old methods, and kinfolks were a part of that old method. And that old method included some pretty terrible, heinous shit that the werewolves did to their kinfolk. I think a lot of kinfolk maybe started collaborated with the worm. How the fall happened in my chronicle, it peaked. As always, you know, I love connecting things to real world history. So for me, of course, the final battle of the Guru Nation is Standing Rock. Umbra during Standing Rock was a harsh place. And many more died. People died for real, of course, and all the respect to the First Nations people who made that stand for real. But yeah.
Wait, the tire. He grew bigger, or look at the bottom.
Yeah.
No, like yeah, there.
Yes, there we go. Yes.
What the? Yeah, but I think it's that there.
Yes.
What in the photography just happened?
Oh,
I think it's on the ground actually.
Yeah, it's here. But is
But
it?
what?
What is it? Is it below? Is there a hidden space here?
No, it's something there. Maybe you have to use a discipline on it.
Yes. Well, let's see. What disciplines do I have here? I have.
Talk to inanimate objects. That looks like an inanimate object.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was worth the. I thought I was. It's
gonna tell me.
Oh, that was not the best conversationalist.
Okay.
No.
So not that. Can you like auspex like with the
I didn't see
button that auspex is?
things.
Ah!
It's a smell. It's a smell.
Hey, wreck a motherfucker!
Yeah.
Wow, that came in handy. Okay, the problem is that we can't actually get up. Because we have to get down.
But yeah,
The place
I wonder what Fire and the Nomads experience with the Guru, or the Lupines, as they would know it.
Photo of Verona. Photograph of Verona, the person at the city, found in a ghoul's makeshift home. The photo is creased and slightly damaged. It looks like it has been taken from some distance without the subject's knowledge. He's a paparazzi. Or a creep. Most likely both.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd get.
So for those at home that actually care about those things, if you want to find out the difference between a photo taken by a paparazzi or a photo staged to make it look like a paparazzi took, check if the person is alone in the photograph or if there's people around them.
Around with gadgetry like you.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Let's say we get to know each other a little. Just in the interest of detecting, of course.
I am rugged of manufacture, but have had a tough life, detective. Be gentle with me.
I see you're low on juice.
It's a German phone.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
going to lose its battery soon.
Yeah, it is, and so we probably have limited time. Somebody's been a bad camera.
Oh, we know it's been taking pictures of Verona, so...
Yeah. So text messages.
Text messages?
Yeah.
Any text messages? That's what they're called, right? Or is it SMSs?
Oh my god.
Once you have fumbled your way through the menus, there is one smez that has failed to send. It says pizza.
Oh shit,
Pizza?
okay.
No, very definitely pizza. It is always possible that my owner is slightly less tech savvy than you.
He does eat, though, so that tells us he's unlikely to be kindred.
Yeah.
Guess we go for the pictures then?
Any pictures you want to show me?
Boobs.
What are you suggesting, detective?
Well, I don't know. Snaps taken by a miscreant?
All I have is a blurry image of a thumb. The wrong button was selected, perhaps?
Significant thumb?
It does
thumb.
still seem to be attached to a hand.
Given there's a national average of a bit less than 2, that does not narrow it down.
Probably only have one left.
Anyone left a voicemail? Since you ask, yes. There is one young lady offering a good time. What sort of good time? I've always been partial to 3 minutes past 12. If midnight's been and gone, drama is just not gonna happen. Haha, leaving that aside, detectives, there is one other message. I think you should listen to it. Go ahead.
Open the package. You will see a photograph and a letter. Find the girl in the photograph. Make sure she receives the letter. She must not see you. Do you understand me, David? She must not see you.
David.
You have to leak this message.
Guess David is a rebel.
Detective, I feel...
It's gonna end his battery.
Yeah.
You alright there, fella?
Oh, hold me, detective.
I
love it that the phone is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Nice work, little buddy. Maybe I should bury you somewhere.
No.
Or, you know, charge it.
Yeah. Cell phone died joke.
We got more comments here. Sharky says, I appreciate that many elements of the Garou Nation were designed to be rotten and ripe for abuse, so the players could rage against them, but a lot of time people can take those things at face value. I think if you want to take anything at face value in the world of darkness, you're in for a bad time, because there's a lot of weird shit on it.
It's like okay. This is kind of going to be Garou talk for a little bit.
Can I just interject before you start?
Yeah.
My take on the kinfolk and why is it that it just worked really well was that it played around with humans the way that people play, or the humans treat their dogs and any other thing that they have that they breed. Like in a very inhuman way.
Yes.
If you ever study like how is it that they breed dogs, for example, they don't have a lot of choice. Like the puppy that you buy on a store, on a pet shop, it didn't came from a loving home of two dogs that loved each other very much, and then they cross and now they're being given away for sale, right? It's a commodified situation where they lock the dogs into a, like when they're in heat, so they do the hanky-panky stuff and then dogs are born, right? So I always thought that like this was like, oh wow, they really treat the humans like dogs, man. That's kind of fucked up, but it made a lot of sense. Like it made you think about like the next time that you bought a puppy, where they came from.
Yeah. Yep.
And now this part of the criticism is gone because people were uncomfortable with something. Well, that was kind of the point. It was to make them uncomfortable.
Of course. And that's like the werewolf is very light on the monstrosity factor these days. It's more of a it's a more heroic game now.
D&D.
Or it tries to be, at least. I don't think it's super interesting.
World of Darkness and Dragons.
Yeah, but it's always been the Dungeons and Dragons of
Yes.
thing. It's always
Kept
been
playing it with the body count.
But it's all from the beginning. It was the horror of biologism, of breeding, of like superiority, of pack position, of trial by combat. All of these things that are animalistic and crude. And yes, kinfolk. I think you may just make a perfect analysis of why the kinfolk were pretty great. So, of course, it's nasty. You are the monster also in werewolf. Just because you happen to have some... It's like vampires are cultured. They remember things about the past that we don't and so on. They have some sides that could be construed as positive. The werewolves have a lot of that, especially for us that care about the current ecosystem. They are a part of that, but they also have monstrous sides.
Yeah.
They kill. They don't care about humans. They treat us. But that is one part of the tragedy. Is that? So I think it's a bit sad that is gone. I like when they are nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the one who became king of Middle Sweden, of the Septs of Middle Sweden. He was born strange, knowing what that means. That's another part that is gone, which I also think is sad. But yeah.
Yeah, but the
So
other
I think
thing
that
about the kinfolk-
answers me. It's like I don't. It's very easy to just take all that shit back. But for me, it's like the fall of the Garou Nation has happened. the kinfolk have rebelled, so to speak. They're no longer locked in this position. So when you start trying for breeding again, you need to make all these choices. It's like we know that we're gonna get more werewolves if we breed like this. But is it moral? I think that's the interesting question. I think that is truly.
But that has always been the question: is it moral?
Yes, of course, and that is. I want to thoroughly and heartily recommend Bill Bridges' Kinfolk book, the one for W20. It goes into the morality of this in a deep and truly insightful way. He has always been my werewolf writer.
Bill Bridges is really good.
Yes.
The other thing about kinfolk that I always found was something important there is that the kinfolk kind of play the part of the herd for the werewolf in the sense that those are your human things that you abuse.
Yes.
You're not supposed to treat them super nicely. You're supposed to treat them like yeah, you're kind of like one of us, right? But not really.
I have a case to crack.
Type of stuff. They were a tie into the human life that you had. They were essentially family, but they were
Find your place.
family that you're supposed to abuse essentially. You're expected to, at least, because you're a fucking guru and they're just normal people. Kind of your herd is people that you feed from and you need them for sustenance, but they're not vampires.
Guru.
Type of stuff.
Impose just a moment.
Well, now, Fabian.
But yeah, when people give Werewolf 5 a hard time, I think they are ignoring the fact that these things are
The ghosts are
written a bit
watching
loosely,
praying
and
for
also,
you, man.
okay, let's just, it's like you're playing young werewolves in Werewolves the Apocalypse, and you're trying to not repeat the mistakes and horrible shit that your parents did, basically. I think there's a generational shift theme that I think is strong, and then you confront them with why your parents did what they did, and then maybe as you grow. Maybe you're past 19 and you're a really old werewolf these days. And you start to oh, wait a minute, maybe I want kids. How will this affect my kids? Even if it's not genetic, it's will the spirit accept my kids? Do I want to draw in another life into this life of constant fighting and violence and so on? But do we have to? It's or are we the last generation? It has so many questions. So I love the idea of reforging the bonds between the older edition and the new edition, and just ignore that little box that is there in the beginning, that it's a total reboot. I think that is very easy to ignore. I think it's there for
So
completely
essentially,
different
if you play
reasons.
the new edition if it was the old edition, it gets better. Do you see that there's a point when people say that the
The
5th
rule
edition...
system is much better. It's way better, I think.
I haven't actually checked it up, but we got more messages here. Sharky said, "Can't get sticky, so I understand why it seems to be trimmed out. Safer, I suppose. Maybe it's not worth the effort otherwise."
But no, that is the entirely wrong reason to remove anything.
Yeah,
if
I
it's
think
sticky,
so
it's
too.
good. If it's provocative, it's good. These artifacts.
Yeah, you have to understand who's your demographic, right? Are you trying to appeal to people that throw a fit every time that they see something? They're oh, I don't think that those guys should be doing that. Well, first of all,
Go play My Little Pony, the role-playing game.
yeah, that too. But
This
first
is
of all,
also
it's
from
your
Renegade.
fucking game, man.
Also from Renegade, and a great game, by the way.
But the main thing is it's your fucking game. When you play, when you set
Yes.
up, you can take and add things as much as you want.
Yes.
If you go into the World of Dank Memes community on Reddit, right now there's a sequence of people talking about a mashup that they've done with World of Future Darkness and Evangelion, and it's fucking great.
Yeah,
It just works. It's really good.
I can imagine that. I can actually imagine that.
Why not play with those things?
It's
Why not throw whatever the
Speaking
fuck
of
is
mage,
it you like?
Evangelion has mage potential.
Yeah, it's a mage thing that they're playing around there. But it's a total crossover mess up of not just a crossover of different splats, but a crossover of different scenarios. And we're not talking about 2 scenarios, we're talking about 3. It's a total mishmash. And man, if you're having fun, fuck yeah. If you're getting engaged, if you're enjoying what you're doing.
We're talking to this guy again?
Yeah, this was the quite polite but strictly business guy.
Yeah.
Is that the light of hope in your eyes, detective? You got something for me, right?
Why is it mouse and keyboard D?
I don't know, because...
Try pressing a button.
I think it's gonna work. Yeah, with this. Yeah.
This is definitely Kindred
It's been
Matter.
a long night, and I've worn down the shoe leather. My feet took me to the haven of a ghoul. and said ghoul had a photograph of my Verona. He was charged with delivering a death threat to her by his master. Here, take a look-see.
A ghoul now. I wonder whose blood he was sipping. But you're right. This is our kind of trouble. The girl here, I have seen. She was in
His
here
facial
last
animations
night.
are actually pretty good.
Said drinks
He
were
doesn't
on.
blink, but he's expected not to blink. He's a vampire.
She decided to make a life change and pawned something that was chaining her down.
Pawned.
Left a ticket stub as a tip. Worthless to me, but maybe useful to you.
Well now, that is what we call in the trade a lead. My thanks, Socrates. A pawn ticket. I figured
The name of the guy is Socrates.
Huh.
Sharon said, hey, yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can have a good werewolf game where Julius Zavalas is not ontologically correct. I am not familiar with the work of Julius Zavalas, so I cannot comment on this.
Me neither. And yeah, I would love to go. I'll check it out. I'll check it out if you earmark that, because I guess it's some sort of.
Yeah, I know that he's a guy that is popular with the far right, but so is a lot of people.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah, I know that he's also like an occultist of some
but
kind.
right, that is like, yeah, right. No, but this is all. No, it's like, I think also like right. Who is right in the Well of Darkness? No one's right.
The virtual depths are.
No, it's like no one is correct about the analysis of the world. The Guru are not correct about the analysis of the
The
world.
virtual depths are.
Huh?
The virtual depths are.
Yes, yeah, that's what you think. But it's like no one is correct about how the world works. They have beliefs, they have strong beliefs, and the Guru can be, of course, be nasty, elitistic, and right-wing as fuck. Like evidenced by Get of Fenris.
Yeah, but you can't play the Get of Fenris
But you
anymore.
can, of course you can. How hard is that? It's like you can do whatever you want at your table. I mean, there is no police, but ontologically correct. That is like, if you read Mage, that is the closest you're gonna get to ontologically correct or about anything in the World of Darkness.
I fucking love Mage so much.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Sharon continues, there could be potential with some exploitation of previous generation Sims,
Yeah.
but a book about the human relationships could be interesting. Well, check with Bridges
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's called the Book of Kinfolk or something.
Yeah, it's Unsung Heroes.
Unsung Heroes, yes. Book of Kinfolks.
Yes.
Untrue Sport says he loves Bloodlines too. Oh, really good. And asks, like, is it true Martin worked on the HSL version of Bloodlines? So he was working for Paradox when HSL was doing the thing, and he has some involvement which he can expand a little bit more as much as he's comfortable sharing.
Okay, so my role in Bloodlines 2 was basically this. I was the lead creative, and so I think in business lingo you call it the CCO, the Chief Creative Officer. So I was responsible for developing the meta plot, choosing sort of between the different editions part, what we bring into V5. And that's the big thing, that Bloodlines 2 that we're playing right now still is based on this here book. Which, there's a fair chance that this is gonna be the most influential thing that I wrote during my meager little lifetime. I hope to be able to beat it at some point, but I'm super proud of it, and it of course became the basis and the development of the meta plot from earlier editions, and the one they used for Bloodlines 2, both for the Hardsuit Labs one and onwards. I was in Seattle, I talked to the guys, we were there during winter. I think that is partial reason why the graphics are the way they are, and the period is the way they are. And we talked a lot. And the first pitch that Paradox got for Bloodlines 2 was for Requiem. So we immediately told them, no, we're doing Masquerade. We made this super hard choice to turn the New World of Darkness into Chronicles of Darkness, and we're gonna continue with the same universe that Bloodlines was set in. Because let's face it, Bloodlines was always the crown jewel of the IP acquisition that Paradox made. So the story about me and Bloodlines 2 begins with the first pitch, reading it through, and then being inspired by it, and then we had conversations with with Brian to inspire him. And we gave him the early drafts of the book. We told him where we're going to go with the IP and so on. But the rest is him and Chris Avalone and the... what was her name? I'm
According
sorry
to Chris Avalone, he didn't actually do anything, and they threw all the stuff away.
He did.
He said, she said.
He did. He did a lot of things.
He's in cancel now, so I guess like.
No. He has won in the court of law against his accusers. The excuses are there. He should be uncancelled. This is how it should work. If justice has any meaning on this planet.
You have to at some point decide like, okay, this has been settled somewhere, right? So.
It has, and that is, I find it highly unlikely that anything of that ever happened. So I have nothing but respect for the gentleman who at a pretty young age made Planescape Torment. He's a fantastically insightful person and a really fun guy, and we had a lot of conversations. Let's say this, I think him and Brian shot the shit a lot about Bloodlines. Whether any of his actual writing ever made it into anything, I don't think so. He was fantastic to work for the all of 3 days that I worked with him, because I am not the guy from Paradox who worked directly with IP management. That's other people, and they have to answer for the details and so on. I was there in the early conversations. I decided that it was going to be a Thin Blood. I decided that it's going. And that was in response to Brian Mitsoda saying, hey, we need a first act where the player does not have a clan, and then they're gonna get a clan. Is that possible? And it's like, you want them to still be a vampire even though they don't have a clan? Yeah. And like, yes, Thin Blood. Thin Blood works. So it's like, with the Thin Blood, if you're a Thin Blood and then you diabolarize someone, you get their clan. That is where that comes from in V5. Also, if you look at the disciplines for Thin Bloods, you will find Chiroptero, which is gliding like a bat with hollow bones. Guess where that came from? I even think there might be a telekinesis power for Thin Bloods because of all this. So, I like to give and take in everything I do. I try to listen and add and have a conversation, and that is how V5 came about. It's the result of mine and Karim's very strong vision about what we wanted V5 to be, and then it's Martin Hultberg and the wonderful writing team at Sharkmob's Bloodhunt. That's where the Second Inquisition comes from. And then there is Brian Mitsoda and Chris and
Kara, I think, was
Kara,
there too.
Yes. But Kara came in after V5 had already been written. So
I think she came in after Chris was
it's their work, and you can find one of the few places where you can find lines from Bloodlines 2 that may or may not have been recorded is on top of the illustrations. They are either a person that I actually do believe should be cancelled. It's text, meaning it's from text that Neil Gaiman wrote for a early art book on Vampire called The Vampire Tarot. So it's either him or Brian Mitsoda. That is the text on the pictures is either one of those guys. And now you can have fun and try to guess which is which. That's V5 and Bloodlines 2 in super brief. So I had a light involvement. I was responsible for the IP connection. I did feedback on builds. I did play it. I did like a lot of it. But a lot of the things that you have seen written about the state of the game is essentially absolutely correct. Yes. That's about as far as I can go right now, I think.
This little guy reminded me that I'd met
So moving on, Sharky has said, I agree with the provocative and interesting. Damn, I need glasses. I like it when the games like Vampire and Werewolf are challenging, but some are unwilling to engage with the game when it features some themes. There's a lot of people that are unwilling to engage with a lot of stuff, and you, like I said, you have to pick your demographics, like who you're making this thing for. Like, you can't make a game for the World of Darkness and keep it the World of Darkness without the darkness part. Like, you can have World of Supernatural stuff, but that's not what defines the World of Darkness alone. Like, of course, there are supernatural things, but you can run campaigns in the World of Darkness that have nothing supernatural going on, and they're still going to be subversive and fucked up. Because that's the darkness part. Like, the darkness is not just about, ooh, supernatural, spooky
No,
stuff.
it's you.
Yes,
Or
because
the monster.
you are the monster.
That's of course it. And if you're not comfortable with that, go play
Something else.
My Little Pony. That's going to be my go-to to say, because we had a saying while I was writing, was like, this is World of Darkness, it's not World of Fluffy Puppies. And before there was a text on considerate play, I think all considerate play rules, thinking is a erroneous analysis, and it's the satanic panic of our day. It's ourselves saying that role-playing games are so powerful that I can't play an evil character because then I become evil. And you know what? That is exactly the same argument that the people who believed in, you know, you become a Satanist if you play wizard and so on. Same thing. So as soon as you see considerate play and don't scare people at the table and so on, you're seeing satanic panic in its modern incarnation. That is my analysis, and I think that it's provable. And I think it's academically provable, and I would have written papers and books on it if I was allowed into academia and game studies. Because these kinds of perspectives are not welcome right now, because a lot of the people who are moral panic are ruling the narrative right now, or did rule the narrative. It's going to be over very soon because it's absurd and it doesn't hold water. So, but there's a very important thing. It's called a role-playing game, meaning you play a role that is not you, and it will not affect you negatively to play an evil character. Otherwise, if you believe something else, go burn your World of Darkness books right now.
They said a cat made
I'm sure
I'm going to be, of course, I'm exaggerating for effect here, but it's like to penetrate this narrative is hard, and then sometimes you have to use forceful language and be a bit provocative yourself. And I'm now in a position where I don't have to be nice, I don't have to be kind to anyone, and so I can be instead truthful and say what I actually believe. This has been the position. The first printing of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition does not have like 5 fucking pages wasted on, you know, games are transformative bullshit.
Yeah, this is something like, now that you mentioned, like, coming from the side of the consumer here, like, I don't want to have to pay for those 5 fucking pages.
No.
Period.
No.
Like, I don't want to pay for those fucking
No.
pages. Like, I don't need that shit. I don't want that shit.
No.
And it's coming from my fucking pocket when they print those things. And people never consider the fact that, like, oh, because of like 1% people that are gonna freak their fuck out of that, everybody's going to have to pay for those 5 fucking extra pages. But I do agree with pretty much everything that you have said so far, in the sense of like, go find something else. Like, football's not for everybody.
There's also wait. There's also been so many heartbreakers that are really, really good, that does the sort of the, let's say, politically correct version of the World of Darkness. There's plenty of them, and they are really, really good. The World of Darkness isn't really that. It's more subversive. It's more everybody gets a. Including my own political.
Yeah, it's a game for contrarians.
Yeah, I mean, not a game for contrarians. I said it's a contrarian game. I'm
Yeah,
not a contrarian.
that's a good.
I'm a left-wing anarchist.
You absolutely are contrarian.
Yes. But I'm also that means that I'm a, you know.
Or at least you have some contrarianism in
I
yourself.
do.
That would be a more
but it's like it's because
just assessment.
I like truth, and I like rationality, and I like conversation. And I believe that is the way forward.
In the world of 2025, that makes you contrarian, unfortunately.
Yeah, in the world of 2018, maybe. Not in the world of 2025.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I really hope you're right. Moving on here.
Nico,
Do you have any advice for a first-time storyteller? I'm trying to start up V5 playthrough with my brothers. Can I pitch in here?
Of course.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Like do the little Nike symbol in your hand, and every time that you start thinking about it, just do it. It's better to fumble and tumble than to not do it. Do not let like excellency be the enemy of doing. Just do it. Like literally just do it. I started TTRPG when I was 8. I didn't have any frame of reference. I just gathered my friends. I thought that like you had to close your eyes and imagine things. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. This is also my piece of advice would be just do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. No one is watching. and just have fucking blast. And you have an alibi. The alibi is that you're playing a character and you're a storyteller. Go crazy. Do it whatever way you want. Don't bother about following the rules that you don't like.
We try to write
V5 in this way. There's like two spreads of rules that summarize the core. The rest you can pick up as you go. If you think that the rules part is the overwhelming part, start playing as mortals that slowly get involved in the World of Darkness and get embraced at some point. And that's when you can start adding more rules. Thin Bloods are pretty good because they have less sort of overwhelming amounts of rules. And I would say also, do not watch actual play. Do not compare yourself to people on the internet. Find your own style, do it your own way, and just
embrace the fact that you're
embrace
new.
It. And maybe also like see it as you're playing for whatever you want to play. If you want to play it as a hardcore simulation tabletop game to win, do that. If you want to play it as it's kind of written to play a story where you degenerate and it's a tragedy and you in the end, one of the beautiful things about Vampire for first-time storytellers is that if the characters die, that's a win because that's tragedy, and they are monsters. You can.
The world is literally better because
the world is better without them. Yes, absolutely. And also, it's great if they succeed. Then you can rub in their faces the horrible consequences of what they are, what they have done, and
how they achieve that.
And how they achieve that. So both things are fantastic. And play in a place that you know. Play in your hometown. It's always easier.
Yeah.
Play in I usually play 5 years back in time because it's easier to look at the news from then and so on. Playing in the current era is a bit hard because you have to keep abreast, and sooner or later you're going to want to cut forward and then you go into the future and so on. But that's it. Don't listen to people, just do it.
Yeah.
Get the reps in, as we say.
Like, embrace the fact that you're new, that your first couple of stars are going to be things that like 10 years later are going to be thinking like, oh yeah, that was a stereotype that does not work like that, etc. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Nobody
Nobody can tell you how
cares
to play this.
Yeah, like just engage with the thing, play around it.
Yeah.
Like TTRPG is a performative action in the sense that you're performing with people, but it's not performative like going on a stage and playing with a band. It's more like being in your garage and jamming with your friends.
Jamming. Yes, it's a jam session.
It's a jam session.
A performance.
Try to find a way to play well with the people that are with you and enable them to play well with you, and off you go, son.
Yep.
Maybe there's gonna be like your guys are gonna compose like the next Star Wait You're Having, or maybe you're just gonna have some fun in the garage every weekend in, weekend out.
Yeah.
Just do it. Yeah. I am about to run out of battery with this thing. I don't think it's actually plugged in.
Oh yeah, go do that, and I will focus on this.
Can you read the rest of the stuff we stopped over here? This is warm as shit. By the way.
Yeah, we can. I can.
So this should be working. Why is
Even if she
I have a yes here.
I have a picture actually. Recognize her?
Is your computer plugged into this thing?
That one. She was burdened on the way in and floated her way out.
I have a ticket.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that this is not turned on.
A locket. One moment.
No, it was.
Progress.
Oh,
I don't know
no,
what
there
prompted
wasn't.
Miss Verona to sell, but
Yeah.
this might give me answers.
Miss Verona? That was not the name she
But there
gave.
should be some lights.
Ravenna, if I have it right.
Now, what is she playing at?
She has an alias.
The item brings you
She calls herself Verona, but maybe her real name is Ravenna. Yeah. Playing the Bloodlines to as evil as possible.
May I?
Yeah. Yes.
There we go. Now we got juice coming in.
We're gonna talk about evil as a moral concept now. I think that's a big one. But yes,
Let's play the game a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know why she pawned the locket? We don't care about his business. Fuck him.
Oh, you learn not to ask such things. There is usually sadness or anger down those roads, and to be honest, I did not want to share in hers.
How's business?
Fair.
The festive season approaches. At this time, I receive old gifts so my clients can buy new ones. Renting a moment of happiness. This year, more deposits than purchases. An air of desperation.
Forlorn asks, why are you not invited to academia?
Oh, this is a long story, and I think that
I'm off.
it's
Barge
not,
down
this,
the
is not,
door.
this is not the place for it. But I did get accepted to. I did get first accepted and then denied to have a seat at the table. Let's not talk more about that. It's a long story, but Swedish games research is dominated by a small clique, and like arguments like the one I just made contradict the current academic trends. That I believe that is the sort of the bigger reason, and people know that I'm super skeptical.
I personally
So
wouldn't care
let's not go into details, but
for a
shit
second
happens.
about academia.
No, it's a useless wankfest.
Precis.
To be honest, or that part of it is a pretty useless wankfest.
Yeah, I think that the best research and the advancements in any area, they're done in the field, not inside of
I
of
believe
a
so.
university.
Yes.
Just do the stuff and then let the stupid nerds discuss about your stuff. They're like the harpies. Don't be like a harpy.
Yeah.
Be like the guy that gives.
You have no idea how right you are, sir.
I do actually. I did went to college. Have a degree.
No, but academia is not useless. It's absolutely not. And
Have a good night, man.
humanist academia is not. I come from a family of academics and so on. I'm talking about specifically Swedish game academia. I have a long history in game studies and games academia, but more on a practical side, and with a different view. But it's like one of the big tragedies of the LARP scene, which I'm a big fan of, was that it like the major festival of it turned into an academic conference. And that's sad, because that means it's less focus on practice and more focus on theory. And I don't think that is really super interesting. And also there's a lot of people pretending to be academics. Good academia is open in that it allows the free competition of ideas between peers. It's peers reviewing peers' work, and there should not be. You should invite dissent. Invite the dissent, and there's
go a little bit of a rant in here, but the problem is
yeah.
fucking capitalism. Is the competition for the scarce resources to get your research to be sponsored.
Yes.
And when money's on the line, people pull each other rugs. They do all sorts of shenanigans.
Yes, of course.
In
And
that sense, it's just a commodification
this is the
of
true
research.
reason why I'm not in academia, is that other people wanted the job that I got, and maybe got it later.
Yeah.
And then some people have power, others don't, and that is dressed up as an ideological conflict, or that there's some sort of people are branded with different labels, but at the end of the day, it's about who gets a job and who gets money. Just like in games, just like in the World of Darkness. All cancellations I've heard about that are like inside of the World of Darkness sphere have something to do with business.
Yeah. So moving forward here, Sharky has mentioned, personally I have found great use of considered play rules such as those in V5 to enable the exploration of more frightening and disturbing content at the table. It helps to know and prepare. I don't know what those are, so I cannot comment because I have the
but
first edition.
we had the X card, and we had we had the X card in a little box, tiny box like this. It's like considerate play. It was called. Oh, it was even worse before. It was called safe play.
Ugh.
That is even worse. It's me that changed the considerate with a gun to my head. But it's like techniques like lines. It's like saying I'm not comfortable with kids being tortured in these games on camera. That's fine. I think that's fine. There's a difference between that and the whole, you can't play character of type X because then you're Y. And if you think that somebody being comfortable around the table has anything to do with safety or anything like that, you're just plain wrong. It can enable of course you should have a discussion of like, what do we want this game's themes to be? But it's gonna be really tough if you say, I don't want any references to modern politics at all in Vampire that is set in the modern city. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be super tough. I don't want any blood in my Vampire game. It's gonna be tough.
They drink plasma.
And so on. And I think that making it so big and so mandatory, that implies that it's important. It's not. It's about preferences.
Yeah,
It's
like, I
about
would
like
say that-
what is, of course, we create the story together, and I think considerate and safe and all those words are wrong, and just plain wrong.
Yeah, I would say that the most of those things, like you set up like during sessions, you ask like,
Yeah.
what type of game do you want to play? What's the
Yeah,
stuff like you want to see?
yes.
Like I want to
Yeah.
like do some fucked up shit. Are you okay with like some fucked up shit? And they're gonna ask like, what sort of fucked up shit? And it'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, like I want to have like a character that does like this little atrocity,
Yeah.
or like something like that. Oh, okay, cool. Or
Yeah.
maybe, hey, can you like not put that stuff? Because like
Yeah.
I've been
But
like a
there's, like-
victim of this particular type of stuff, and it's gonna
Sure,
like
you can do
bring
that
me
if
like
you
a
want.
terrible time.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Like
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
wants to just like make people uncomfortable in that way.
Yeah.
Like you are supposed to make the player uncomfortable in some ways, not in those ways necessarily.
I think you can make people uncomfortable whatever you want, but it's not necessarily for everyone.
Yeah, like let me give you a practical example.
Yeah.
So those among you that don't know, Martin DMs Vampire,
Mm-hmm.
and recently he asked me like, hey, can you drop in as this particular type of character? And I was like, yeah, sure. And a lot of the central themes about the character were in things that played around like with relatives of the character that have died of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I lost my brother to leukemia. Is this something that I love exploring? Of course not. Is this something that's gonna make me go cry in a fucking bathroom for 5 hours because I had to play a character that got cancer? Of course not.
Yeah, but yeah, and-
Like, does it make me uncomfortable? Always going to make me uncomfortable. Forever, for the rest of my life, is going to make me uncomfortable.
Yes.
But is it going to make me uncomfortable enough that I can't play a character like that? No, of course not. Does it helps me confront those types of things so I can normalize what happened and move on with my life? So every fucking time that I hear the C word, I don't go like, oh shit. Of course, that helps. A little bit, at least I feel so.
Yeah.
That's the way that I react to those things. If I didn't feel comfortable, the conversation that we were going to be having was going to be like, and then I asked Martin, hey man, can I not like partake on this thing because
Yeah.
blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah, and he was going to be like, oh man, I'm so sorry. He was going to give me a hug,
Yes.
and he's never going to like bring that up again. That was going to have been it because we're two adults.
yes.
One adult, another adult, two adults.
It's dubious that I'm fully adult, but yeah, I get it. And
Oh yeah,
also,
no, you're 13.
when we look at psychology and we look at sort of, or when we look at current trauma research, what you say stands, that avoidance is harmful and confrontation is positive. That seems to be something, but in good doses. And I'm not sure that
Everybody is going to deal with those things the same way, but that's what I said. If I wasn't in a moment where I could face those things,
Yeah.
I would just have said it.
Yes, yeah.
I wouldn't just like be
And
like,
I would have
oh no,
respected
I have to like play this character that has this thing.
Yeah.
Why did Martin make me do this? I hate him now. Like, come the fuck on. Like, who the fuck behaves like that? And I think that this is a problem that we have been facing with the RPG community as a whole, which is the babyfication of players. Like, those
Yes.
fucking little stars think that the world revolves around their fucking ass and that everything has to cater to what they want and their needs and they have to be special and nothing bad can happen to them. Go play D&D, goddamn. And lose an arm in the first fucking fight and see how you feel about it.
but yes, when you say go play D&D because it's kind and safe, that is also it's
safer.
But right now it is.
That's always been.
Yeah, okay, yeah. In the terms of heavy themes and so, sure. World of Darkness has heavy themes.
Yeah, like I was actually surprised when I played Baldur's Gate 3. I was like, wow, this is very different from when I played D&D. Like,
Yeah.
there's none of the fucking around and none of the like, it's a lot less bloody.
It's usually. I mean, I play old school D&D, and that is heinously bloody and very, very dark and so on. But that's because I played 77 or earlier rule systems.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Can I
then it
started with
was-
3.0?
Yeah, 3.0, then it's already been sanitized to death. I like Appendix N, when it's weird fantasy, when it's Jack Vance, Michael Moorcock, Conan the Barbarian, and then it's bloody and gritty and extremely lethal, like hyper lethal. But that's me. I'm an old school.
Yeah, like I started with 3.0. I've played a lot of Neverwinter Nights when it came out, and I expected something more like Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah.
And it was not. And I'm not saying this bad. As a matter of fact, I fucking love Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I'm on the
Boy,
case.
we have an interesting story about Baldur's Gate 3 to share one of these days. This is something like we should clip and put online, and then Martin needs to
Not
run
today.
to
Not
Australia
today.
or
Not
something.
today. It's tough enough issues.
No. This is something that needs preparation.
Yeah.
But in any case, we have more messages here. A lot of them actually. So I'm
I
gonna
know.
have to like speed
And this
through
is
them.
also like, guys, this
We
is
need to
not
finish this
really
fucking
this
game.
is not really the forum for having like the deepest conversation about like what is the right way to do anything, because you've now by now you should have
This
realized
is the
that
right
I don't
forum
believe
to find
that
out
there's
what is Martin's way and Alex's way.
there's not
In
a
your
right
ways
way,
when
wrong
you
way.
share them on the chat.
Exactly. So it's
Speaking
like
of
we
which,
can tell about our preferred ways of doing things. I'm not saying that anything I'm saying is absolute or true and so on. I can tell you what I believe, what I have reason to believe is what I see is a problem with the current narrative and so on. But this is not really the place to go deep on those things.
So let's get back to the chat here. Like, obviously it's a role-playing game, it's just a game. Considered play can just help some people make them the leap by setting aside those things that would take them out of the experience. Arguably.
Yeah, I think
but those things are like essentially
I think it's the wrong
anything
way.
that, yeah.
And you know that it's not being used that way. It's
Yeah.
being used very, very differently. It's being used for gatekeeping. It's being used for all sorts of things.
Yeah, now let's move forward here. Forlorn said, like, let's have that talk in person over a beer.
Yeah,
Civilian
exactly.
Academia might be closed. I might
Yeah.
open other
Yeah,
doors
let's
if you're
do that.
interested.
Let's do
Forlorn, when are you going to take us out for a beer? Because I understand that you live in
Yeah,
Marble.
of course. Let's do it very soon.
Martin's sick as fuck, but like next week is probably going to be healed.
I'm going to try to maybe go for a beer tomorrow at Arsenic.
You're going to contaminate the entire bar. Lines and Veils, this is from Sharky. Lines and Veils, X-Card, and the likes are what I mean when considered play comes up.
Yeah.
That's why I pulled from V5, and that's how the community talks about it. When someone doesn't want blood in Vampire, for example.
Yeah, no. There's a lot
I
more.
just hated
There's a lot
X-Cards.
more. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. It's like it's the whole narrative that is connected to and all that. But it's too long. If you want to stay in denial, stay in denial. But there's a lot more, and you know it.
Short asks like, hey, we're heading into this territory.
Yeah, of
Had to
course,
drop
yeah.
the phone to attend to certain duties. What's going on? We're trying to get ourselves
Was
canceled
is
again.
that Sharky?
No, that was Short.
Okay, yeah. No,
Jennifer Fuss is here. Hi, Jen. Welcome to the stream.
let's not go into that
Like
territory.
half an hour later, I finally
But yeah,
found the
Søren,
message.
if you're the Søren, I think we're in agreement.
People have been terrible at communicating their differences in play styles and players. I absolutely agree. People can suck, but people can also be great. It was this whole GNS system, and basically Fate got started with the brain rot accusations. No idea what she's talking about. Maybe you do. I'm not super into.
What
Let
is
me
this?
reread. Jennifer Fussa said, people have been terrible at communicating their differences in play styles as players. This is hands down like absolutely true, because that can happen. It was what the whole GNS system and basically Fate got started, and the brain rot accusations. Fate is like the no, that was Fatal that I'm thinking about.
No, yes, that's the opposite side. We're now talking about the Forge School, because I think that the Forge School is when you started talking about game styles much more intensely. I'm not sure that was an improvement, to be honest, but that was when you started to talk about play styles, and we realized that we played very, very, very differently, because suddenly there were some games that de-emphasized things that were super, super common to focus on, like simulationism and so on. That's where you have this is where narrativism, simulationism, and so on, those terms started getting defined.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. It might be useful, and so on. But again, there's no right or wrong way, and that whole thing turned into a shit show of positioning, where it's like my analysis of games is now sort of on the wrong side of what you're supposed to do when you're a left-wing person, for instance. It's like I'm not a super fan of the discourse of like story games and so on. I don't really enjoy that because it's limiting, and it's as I said, it builds the image that there's harm to be done there when there's none to be had. The having words for different styles of play is fantastic. It's good, but there are so many possible styles in the role-playing game, and having a talk through them is good. I also believe that it's perfectly fine for a game to establish that I'm this game. I am the simulationist game. I'm the raw murder hobo dungeon crawling game that will never care about, anything.
But that's
but
kind of
gold
the problem
experience
here.
points.
Circling back to what you were saying, because all of those things are ultimately always about money. When you have something like this is the simulationist game, this is a narrative game. Those are qualifiers that people use to try to sell you something. And then when you start saying like things like, oh, I only like simulationist games, I hate like narrative-driven games because narrative-driven is baby games for baby people that don't know like how to do math, for example. Then it starts like devaluing that entire brand. Therefore, people that are involved with that particular brand, or for whatever reason, maybe they're getting into money, maybe that's like a lifestyle thing, because hobbyists are like that. They do be like that. They have like loyalty to brands. Just ask anybody, go back 10 years in time and ask anybody if they like Sony or Xbox and watch the fucking fight like happen with sickles and knives for like 30 minutes, right? And then you get like a PC guy in there, and then the kerfuffle gets even worse. But the point is that like once you start getting involved things that like are used to sell stuff, there's going to be a lot of people that are involved with that stuff because of financial reasons, and then it devalues and devirtues the conversation.
I think let's wrap this whole conversation with my favorite quote from Justin Achille. The methods of the discourse in role playing, the methods and the tone is so vicious because the stakes were so low. So let's stop talking about this and let's play a game. Nice little game. So
Pedro Simonetti said, Alexandre, eu te amo, manda abraço. Oi, Pedrão, beleza, irmão? Como é que você tá? Salve aí. Pedro is the current placeholder leader of the Mage Ascension community in Brazil. Pedro, you should have found another successor by now. You were supposed to hold elections and move. You're kind of like the Brazilian military dictatorship. You took over power to hold elections and you never let go. After that.
I'm gonna go into this and try to interrogate prisoner.
Let's find out who the fuck Verona actually is.
Yes.
We've been at it for like 2 hours now.
Yes.
Tell me about the locket.
I found this locket of yours at a pawn shop. Sold to the broker under a false name.
Oh, that's not mine.
So she's Verona and Havana. Those are 2 Italian cities.
Yes, one from...
Both from the north of Italy. Well, northish part of Italy.
And one from Romeo and Juliet, of course, in fair Verona.
Does the name Ravenna mean anything to you?
What? No, it doesn't. Not anymore. And I'll thank you to keep your suspicions to yourself.
It's my job to have suspicions, and you ask for my help.
It doesn't matter. Just keep your nose out of it. I don't need your help. Not anymore.
She gonna die.
She told me she wasn't going to be so talkative, which was a blessing, but meant I'd hit dead end on the case.
Whoa! She immediately...
I
hit a
have
wall.
nothing to say to you, detective.
Whoa.
This wasn't good.
Oh, disciplines.
Wrong foot.
Wipe up her memory.
Yes.
We gonna give you brain damage.
Which one is that?
I think is the one that has like a little brain.
Yeah.
Memory is fickle.
This is nice mechanic.
Forget about it.
News, detective. You've caught him, right?
The law takes its sweet time, Miss Verona, but it makes the dessert all the sweeter. Oh, you certainly made an impression at the Macomb bar.
Oh my God, we got in? I'm sure it was amazing.
You could say that. You threw up on the bouncer. You're blacklisted.
Damn it.
Seems you went to the Dutchman.
The Dutchman didn't strike me as your kind of place, but I was wrong. You were definitely imbibing there, loudly and copiously.
Did she drink and forgot, or did she saw the guy and he erased her memory? He's a ghoul. He can't have this type of power, I
sketchy
think.
for me and the girls. All that leather and denim, you know.
Much to my shame, I do know.
You made it to the hole in the
You
wall.
made it to the hole in the wall.
We did? Oh, guess we did.
Playing pool. They tell me a shady character was observing you from the sidelines.
Oh, yeah. Real sour face, that one. I told him where to stick it.
I imagine that you did.
The glacier?
Well, they remember you at the Glacier Hotel.
I think they watered down their drinks.
Well, that may be, but like I said, they remember you. And because they remember you, they won't be letting you back in. I'd avoid the place for a while, maybe change your makeup, your name, or move to a new city. Gossip is a terrible thing.
Okay, so the only thing that matters is the locket.
Yeah, now that is this the final twist
I
of
found
the
this
knife.
locket of yours at a pawn shop. Sold to the
No.
broker under a false name.
Oh, that's not mine.
Does she have a
Don't worry,
conscience?
it's not
is
a
there?
crime I care. It's not the crime I care
Yeah.
about.
Don't worry, it's not a crime I care about. Not like murder or streetcar fare evasion. But how did you come to sell it? And how does it tie into our killer?
I didn't sell it, I swear. But you think the threat is real?
No doubt at all.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of her.
Doubt. This killer is real and could strike at any moment. Granted, it's a mite less likely here in PDHQ, though it is still a possibility. But hey, we won't charge you rent.
If it's real, well, I guess I need to tell you. The locket isn't mine. It belongs to my sister. My ex-sister.
So that's who
Okay.
Ravenna is.
Check the photo inside. That's me and her. She, used to be my twinnie. But she's dead to me. You gotta
So
understand.
she's actually Ravenna and Verona is dead.
Oh no, we just don't get on.
For sure. That's a plot on the blacklist.
She's gone kind of weird. How's the locket fit in? Does that mean she's in danger?
Everything is connected, miss. It's simply a matter of degree. Try asking Mr. Bacon sometime. If you don't know him, someone will. So, where can I find this twinnie, this Ravenna?
Heck, I don't know. We haven't talked in half a year. Last I heard, she was working at Atrium. That's why I never go there.
I see. Maybe your message.
Maybe the person that did all that shit was her twin.
Only a photograph, and a poor one at that.
This is about to get complicated.
This'll get complicated. A visit to the atrium and its mistress takes my comfort thoroughly out of its zone. I'm told she doesn't like the cut of my jib. Between you and me, I don't even own a jib. But as for your situation, I believe you've simply been the victim of a failure in postal delivery, Miss Verona. As so often happens. The case is solved. Your sister is the one in peril. Hopefully I can make it to the atrium before it's too late.
So her sister's dead. Rebarred. It's like when you're a lawyer and you lose your bar, then you get
And
rebarred.
you get it back, you get rebarred.
You wanted to
Yes.
So fast forwarding here on the comments here, like
Yes.
blah blah blah. We're talking about like I'm just gonna skip the stuff about like X cards and
do
whatnot.
that, do that.
Sharon asked like, Martin, did you get sick from being too social? No, he gets sick. He gets literally sick
No, I'm not
if,
really social.
if he
Like-
doesn't get like social.
No, do you think a moral outcast as me has a social life? No, of course not. Only dead fish have social lives.
Jennifer said that Verona and Ravenna are both cities in Italy. Yes, Ravenna was one of the most central, biggest cities in Italy. It was also the capital of Rome when Rome fell. As memory serves me well, because it was more defensive than Rome, because like on a march or something. She said she likes her accent. What kind of weird Southern patriarch names their daughters Verona and Ravenna? I mean, Italians, I suppose. Plus, she has the same haircut as Velma in the musical Chicago. I have never seen Chicago. But a little bit of a stereotype character, I suppose. Or a composite character. Oh, the juicy comments are all about the stuff that we don't want to talk about because we already spent like an hour talking about
They
it.
can all get out in the chat.
And the only X cards that I like are trading card games from the
it's like-
X-Men.
the X card is a terrible idea. We put it in there. We put a link to like, I think that the amount of attention all of these things needs, like warrants. It's like, you can have a box. I'm not against people using this shit, but if you shove like 5 pages, then it becomes mandatory.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong. And the X card destroys sessions like thoroughly.
There's
if
more-
anybody can like, and also I've seen it exploited for gameplay benefits.
I'll totally do that if I knew that my DM was like super serious about this shit.
So now we're getting, abused by somebody verbally. It's like, oh, X card, I don't want to be verbally abused. No, but if you want to use it, sure, use it. But it deserves like a link.
Shard is like, oh heck, we're back.
So it's like,
but it's an interesting subject.
It is an interesting subject, but I think that the first printing of Vampire had exactly the amount of attention I think it warrants, which is a little box. And the rest is like, the most important thing is, you are not your character, you're playing a role, this is safe, and this is type 2 to be sure, but type 2 or type 3 fun. That's what it is. It might not be funny as in funny haha, but it's,
one like the biggest evidence that this is all a massive overreaction is that in the 90s, in multiple countries, somebody got killed and they blame it on specifically Vampire the Masquerade, and the only thing that they had was a little block. Who the fuck got murdered in the last 10 years and somebody said, I did it because I'm on a vampire clan, that it requires something like that. 5 fucking pages. Murder, 1 little box. Somebody whining on the internet, 5 fucking pages, fuck that.
But whining is a business threat, and the murder is not, weirdly enough.
Yep.
So but it's I think that's that.
A guy told me to kill myself on Twitter.
But I mean, just look at the edition that was there before I was cancelled because of a false Nazi accusation that you can still find. They just do the Wayback Machine, look for Dog with Dice, and Nazi Vampire 5th edition.
I read this the other day.
Yeah, and then you will read it. It's in the Wayback Machine. They've tried to wipe it out because when you read that, you realize that is this is a suable offense. I could take somebody to court for this, for destroying my career. Because, Paradox was stupid enough to react with, oh no, we don't have any Nazis in the house, meaning we have Nazis in the house, of course. And then, Polygon repeated it, Kotaku repeated it, everybody repeated it because of the kind of logic that, X-carders and whatever, sadly are doing, which is all about vicious competition for market space. Because the person that wrote that thing was a person attached to another games company. It was very sad that the Swedish games company had acquired it. So do yourself a favor, and if you think that this, internet wars have any sort of validity as a sort of revolutionary tool, go look at what the good guys did to me.
So Polygon gave a very good review of Vampire the Masquerade, saying Bloodlines 2 feels like Assassin's Creed staple to Disco Elysium.
I wouldn't really say so, man. But but Polygon, Polygon is that was sort of the worst kind of horrible shells. And they are clearly
kind of crap on it, though.
Yeah, good for them. But they both crapped on me. They repeated, absurd Nazi allegations based on dice examples. Oh no, we rolled a 1, 4, 8, 8, and therefore Martin is a Nazi. So go read that. Dog with Dice, Wayback Machine, do it. And then later, of course, I tried to do my part and talked about the atrocities that happened in Chechnya, and that got 10,000 books burned of that printing, and that was the argument was that it was cultural appropriation for me to write about the genocide of gay men in Chechnya, because I am not a genocided gay man. This group that made these accusations from the US is the same group that manufactured the false Nazi allegations. Same people. And that put me on Ramzan Kadyrov, an actual dictator named in the first printing of the Camarilla book, of which I have copies here. And I can show it in a separate stream or whatever if you want to talk about that part. And that was also a malicious business move. And again, Paradox reacted badly. And now I will say during this entire time, Fred was not CEO, and none of the people who are there at Paradox now are in any way, shape, or form involved in this. This is not an attack on Paradox. It's an attack on, okay, some of the people are still there in White Leaf.
One of them two of them are still there.
Yeah, but at least, okay, and one of them was,
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there, but these things happened, and they happened in the name of making role-playing safe and left-wing activism and all that, and it was vicious, malicious business bullshit.
Yep.
So yeah, that's go do the research. Nobody does, but because people don't like the truth, people like to adhere to a specific little ideological clique, so they can get pussy and friends. Sorry. All right, can we now leave this?
Friends, can we now play the fucking game?
Yeah.
Let's go talk about the rebar theory, rebar killer.
Yes.
I think that's the actual right building.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that, like, going on my little rant here while Martin fights his way around, I think you just go straight to the elevator.
Yeah, it's time.
Call the
It's
elevator
time.
and, like, get up.
Oh.
But the main thing is, like, how fucking quick I realized, like, what the fuck was going on. It was like, I got involved, like, with actually researching a situation with a vampire in 2020, and by, like, late 2020, I had already figured out, like, oh, this was, like, a fucking racketeering thing. Mm-hmm. And it surprises me that not a lot of other people put that up together when it was going on. Like, this will be my first fucking reaction. Like, who profits from this shit? Like, kind of like murder investigation, right? Like, who profits from the murder? Who had the opportunity to commit the murder? Who was found next to the fucking gun that shot the guy? If those three things align, man, you most likely found your murder. Like, it's not fucking rocket science. I think that was, you have to go to the door with the cover art in there. Like, you have to talk to the prince. The prince is on the big building. The big
I was
thing.
thinking if she's here.
Ah, no. I don't think you can actually talk. Like, this is the TCR game, man. Like, you're expecting way too much from it. Nope. Central door. Right. Yeah, there. That big door.
Now.
That's the door that screams. Wait, the thing went big next to something. What is this?
Something.
The couch?
Yeah,
No.
No, it's a collectible.
Oh, good. Maybe we can use that as fire later.
Hello.
Hey, that's the Kuhan Prince.
Fabian.
Yes.
Well,
Ryong. Terrible tattoo. It makes it look like he's drooling. Or she has a mustache.
Never really get the chance to talk.
Sorry, not
you're
like
right.
a
We don't.
cavagnacque,
Now, is
whatever.
there
A
anything
goatee.
else?
I need to see the chief right away.
He's out. What do you need?
Bandy told me to speak to the prince. Keep it like... Hold your cards close. You don't report to her.
Yeah, but I do report to Benny.
Bandy told me to speak to the prince.
Yeah, does she respect me though?
He's the sheriff. And he told us
but
to go there, remember?
Yeah, that is
He
true.
said, like,
but
if you find Fuffle, then he looks good, and if you fail...
Santiago is in town.
Santiago. And will the prince know who that is?
Jenny
Just
said
tell
that,
him
like,
something
by the way, Jennifer, I'm just gonna call you Jenny.
St. James.
Or Fuss,
Twice.
whichever one you prefer.
Wait. Yeah.
The
One second.
You need every eye peeled like an orange.
Santiago, a pair of St. James's swords, keep our eyes peeled. That cover it?
Don't ignore this, Miss Joyce. Santiago killed many of our kind. People close to me. Close to us all.
I'll pass it along. If he thinks it's important, he knows where to find you.
Well, thank you kindly then. I'll come back later.
I'm sure you will.
I did that on purpose.
Okay. Jennifer said, like, she looked into a lot for role-play opportunities during her playthrough. They weren't there.
Now,
And it wasn't a collectible, it's an elixir. The refuse abilities, you lose those in between. So that's what those are for, so you don't have to, like, go drink from
what is
people.
wrong with you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go drink and...
Yeah, Jennifer says she prefers Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm going to ruin it by calling you Jenny from the block. You know, like J-Lo, like Jenny from the block. I get fucking twitchy whenever those numbers shows up in media in that exact role. Yeah. But, like, I also found, like, some, like, it's a very quick way to find out who to ban. Like, when they have that, like, in that particular line of order, like, in their nicknames or stuff. Just, like, ban. Done. Problem solved. Less drama.
As soon as I heard Verona's sister worked at the atrium, I knew I was in for trouble.
She never heard that one before. Well, you live under a rock that is worth living under. Jennifer Lopez, not a particularly good singer, in my opinion, or pop artist, in my opinion.
I'm gonna cut the line here.
Hey, I need to get in here. Official business? Private party.
No exceptions. If you're not on the list, my hands are tied.
Said official.
I said official?
And I said no exceptions. Hat blocking your ears or something?
Just dominate the motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's the other brain discipline. The circle one, I think.
No, isn't it this one? No, that's Mask of 1,000 Faces. I can become a celebrity. I can become
Maybe.
J-Lo.
Shit, maybe try it. Give it a try.
I want to be J-Lo.
Lovely to see you again, sir. Long session today.
Yes.
Hit my personal best.
Got the whole album in the can.
Got the whole album in the can. Actually, no bust-ups, no dramas, just laying down some real smooth licks, you know?
I didn't realize you played... Oh.
Oh, so wrong guy.
I do apologize, sir. I have confused you for someone else.
He's not on the list.
Yes.
You're a celebrity, you're not on the list.
Yes, I'm J-Lo. I tell you.
could sneak me in the back. No?
Sure, repeat the lore question. Sharky, we may have missed that. Ah, no, there it is. So V5 opened a lot of the sack locket.
Fistful of extra dollars.
I work for Isabella Moore. You can't afford to launder your coat.
Okay, let's.
Just drink the thing.
I'm gonna lose track of everything if I don't play this game. You know. I'm gonna.
Just talk. You're still.
Yeah, I can still do it.
Lovely to see you again, sir. Long session today.
Select one that you haven't selected.
Same old. These things are always a grind.
So I hear, sir. But it's important work. I'd like you to know that I appreciate it, and you can always rely on my support.
Thank you, citizen.
Yeah.
That
I
seems
know.
like the-
Yeah, well, bouncing is also important work. Yeah, that's too smooth.
That's too.
Citizen, always good to know the public are behind me. Might I go in?
Of course. Enjoy your evening, Senator.
Oh, I intend to.
So,
No exceptions. Yeah.
Sharky had made a question. So V5 opened a lot of sack locket clans for why they play, like the La Sombra, who showed up in Chicago by night. Was there plans to give similar schism events to Tzimisce, Ravnos, etc. for play? I think we addressed that on a previous stream.
Yeah, we talked about the La
chairs.
Sombra. Yeah, we talked about the dancing chair, or musical chairs.
Musical chairs, yes.
The musical chairs of Vampire started with the Gangrel.
Yeah.
When the Gangrel left the Camarilla in after Revised, really after the Clan Noble Saga. That was one of the first meta plot events that rose to crescendo that changed the status of one of the clans. And the clans, I've always seen them as they're not globally organized. They're kinds of vampires. They represent a certain trope within vampire fiction or a type of vampire or whole strains of them. So they are more like a culture, loosely held culture that also has truth. There's nothing like it in real life. There's nothing like a clan among.
My interpretation has
humans.
always been very different. That they are literally a family.
They are, of course,
That
they
they're
are because they are.
connected.
I mean, they are
Yeah.
related, but they're not connected between cities, for instance, not to a large degree. They don't. It's like sometimes it's like yes, Cambria bigwigs of the Ventru, they call each other up.
Yeah, but like from my
Discuss.
understanding, they're kind of like distant cousins. Like you don't
Yeah.
keep in touch like with your distant cousin, like your
No.
third cousin from
No,
like
no.
another city.
But if
all
you
the fucking
realize
time.
that you're both, if you're cousins, if you meet each other, then maybe there can be some understanding. But I think it's different. Within the city, for sure, there are some similarities, but we try to get away also from the hello, I am a card-carrying La Sombra. Hello, I am a card-carrying Ventru. It's like,
Oh,
no,
we must hate each other.
no, exactly. That's not how it works. It's like you are a damned human being who has been changed by something, and then maybe gradually you've been sucked into this weird organization, and probably you've been lied to about what you are, who you are, what you belong to, and so on. So when you even find out that there is such a thing as a clan or a lineage, and then bloodlines and all the rest, you've probably been lied to so much that you possibly don't even know you possibly don't know what you're
So the way that I always
maybe they think
saw
you're an
the-
angel or so on. But yeah.
But like the way that I always saw like interclan conflict is exactly how ultras form alliances and rivalries in Brazil and in many other places in the world.
You're
like
talking about now extreme football
yes,
fans,
football
for those who
fans,
are not in the lingo.
that are
Yeah.
not into the lingo. But the way that it works is that, like, for example, you join my hometown club supporter group, the Fanaticals. Like, their symbol is a skull with the crossbones under, because they're like pirates, the type of shit, like super heavy metal people, right? And like, suppose that you join like in 2020. And you're into like, oh yeah, like I love this club, like, and then like one of these days, like you're walking around your club t-shirt and a bunch of people with Atlético Mineiro, like the cock, the gallo, like they just ambush you and beat the shit out of you, take off your shirt, and you don't understand what the fuck did I do? Like, why? And the answer is because, oh, back in 21 there was like a kerfuffle, or Fluminense is a better example. Like in 1996, the supporters from Fluminense invaded the pitch and they beat the shit out of our goalkeeper and sent him into a coma, like with a piece of wood. Like they hit him in the head like 3 times. The guy like went into a coma for 3 days, etc. We fucking hate the Fluminense people. We will never forgive them for what they've done in 1996. That was 30 fucking years ago. And we still carry bad blood from that. And there's a whole new generation of people that have came in and they have joined and they hate Fluminense, and some of them don't even know why. They just know that, like, if they see a guy like wearing Fluminense's youth ultras colors, beat the fuck out of them, because they're the enemy. There's no explanation for that. Like, you just know. And yet you can have friends that support Fluminense. You can even have friends that are part of the Fluminense's ultras, and you respect each other, etc. But there's ultras business and your personal business. When you're with your group, you act towards the group. You can, maybe if you see your friend, you're gonna be like, no, this guy's cool, like, don't fuck him up, he's my friend, like, he gets a pass. Then you can intervene. But if you're not there, he's fucked. He's gonna get gang.
I see what you mean.
jumped.
I see what you mean. Like within a specific city where clans.
This is nationwide.
Yeah, but if they would have,
because they travel around, right?
But vampires don't. Vampires don't.
But
no, exactly.
Yeah,
so
they
I think
mostly
that,
stay in their cities.
Yes. So I think that one nation in our world, in the shadowy world of the undead, that is a city. That is like a nation for us. So within that, there are some clans that are, like you say, that are and it could be different in every city. Which ones they?
Yes, they have like historical beef.
Some are, but others just like you wouldn't even know that you're.
Yeah, like you got like 3 people.
Involved. Yeah, or it can be that there's too few people, or that they just don't care in the same way. I think, for instance, the gangrel. It's like we're a mob of gangrel. It's like no, it's it's vampires who often feed off animal blood, often live in the outskirts, and so they're not organized like a mafia. The Ventru, though, they're about status, they're about position, and so on.
They're
Same
much
thing
more
with the
interconnected.
Toreador. The Toreador are more like a subculture scene. In this case, I love it that it's the techno scene. I brought in that shit into vampire hardcore, but. They are more like a social scene where people hate each other based on, rumor and backstabbing and
Yes,
so on.
but that's also like why their rivals
they are
are supposed to be the
super
Nosferatu,
different.
right? Not just because they're ugly, but also because the Nosferatu trade in information and the
Secrets,
Toreador
And they
trading
don't
gossip.
want- yes.
So it's a fight for control over information. It's about like who's gonna be stepping on each other's toes.
Stereotypically, yes.
Yeah.
I think because we're now talking about stereotypes, it's always different. And I think, for instance, here I can see a thing that I'm a bit cringe. I see this symbol on the screen, and it's like,
Oh yeah, that's right there. Oh wow.
Because for me, that's an abstract depiction of something. Like nowhere would there be like nationally spread. Like this is the exact Toreador rose. We have an undead graphic designer that made that. To me, it's like no, you put a rose in a place, or you have like
Or you have something that signifies building.
These visuals, by the way, do you see how much these visuals suck?
Yeah.
What the hell is this? This is not a DJ is playing. That DJ would walk off the stage if those visuals were playing.
This would work really well for like 3 seconds.
Listen,
and then something
Toreador
else comes in.
visuals here would be some sort of, now probably AI generated, and so like you zoom into roses and see the thorns rise up and they cut an abstract flesh, blood spills out and it changes, boom, boom, but there's rose themes, and the rose rusts and dies and so on. But you know that? No,
well-
it's like cartoonish. It's like it's a super
That's the
logo.
testament of the visual storytelling in this game. Like it's repeated assets that were like bumped and dumped.
But to me, it's the same way as the names of the clans. For me, this is a way to communicate to us as an audience that this is a clan that sticks together. Me as a vampire, I know these signs. Fabian has been around since the 20s. He knows all of this shit. He knows that if he steps down into a luxury hotel bathroom where the mirror is broken, that's a sign for him that this is the toilet where his
or rather,
clan gathers.
this might be a okay with
Yes,
me.
this might
Maybe. Yeah.
But I'm saying that it's a luxury place because the place wouldn't be broken.
Yeah, it's kind of how secret societies work. Like,
Exactly.
you're supposed to be in the
Yes.
know. If you're in the know, then you know.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
you're not, well,
Yes.
that's like nothing.
Otherwise, these things are decorations in books to tell us that this is now a chapter of this. It's for V-test cards, it's for powers, and so on. That's for me how it works. But when you use it like this, it is the same thing as Tolkien did with his cultures, his names, and so on. Because you know that Frodo is not called Frodo. Rohan isn't even... They don't speak Old English in Rohan. They might not even be fucking blonde in Rohan. Because Tolkien writes this. I am translating the
Yeah, it's
true
in the
lore
beginning, yeah.
of Middle-earth, which is ununderstandable to us. And I have put in cultural representations that you as a modern person, can understand. So I'm going to call... Can you Google what Frodo's real name is?
Yes,
Because
I can.
you can get a very, very clear image of this. The real name is...
Maura Labingi.
Yeah, Maura Lapingi. And Frodo Baggins is the closest thing that the translator, Tolkien, he didn't invent Middle-earth. This is, of course, his framing story.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of like a mythological thing, like how you like when you start like talking about like Alexander the Great chasing like the what's the fucking chalice that Jesus drank from
the Grail.
the Holy Grail.
The Grail. But no, that couldn't have existed.
That couldn't have happened, but
No.
there are myths about that, and
Yes,
Alexander is
yes,
like a modern
yeah,
knight, etc., etc.
Yes.
Because they're trying to convey
exactly.
something.
Yes, it's convey something. The same thing with the clan named Toreador. It's from Bizet's opera, Toreador. It's from 1830s. So when we play Dark Ages and we say Clan Toreador has a meeting, they're not actually saying Clan Toreador. They're saying the clan of bloody roses of redemptive humanity or something in ancient Greek or whatever it is they're saying. But for us, since we have emotional associations to the Toreador, which is their name
And
in the 1800s.
it's also a question of like accessibility too, right?
Yeah,
like you
of
don't
course.
want to have to explain
Yes,
like
exactly.
so the Toreador called this and blah blah blah. Like this is something that we were talking about. Martin and
is
I are gonna.
kinda okay, though.
don't
It's a
have
bit
the thing
boring.
there.
Yeah.
But Martin and I are going to start playing Mage Gestation Protocol. I'm going to be storytelling, and one of the things that I already told is like none of the names are going to be the names that are from the book. Like all of them are going to be regionalized. They're going to be like how they're known into the circle that you're presented to. It's going to take a while for the players to realize like, oh, the Demaceros are actually like the Ventru. But then eventually like you meet a Demacero that is also like a mage, for example. Then what the fuck? Well, it's going to be an interesting thing. Now let me check the tunes in here.
Yeah, and then now I'm going to make now this is going to be the lowest moment of this game, because I'm going to realize that me, as fucking Malkavian, can't dance.
There's got to be some dancing in this game because your character can't actually dance.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
vibe to this. This is actually really good music.
We gotta do it ourselves. This is V5 era techno, yeah, or house-ish techno. So yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, this is a horrible place. I need to go. I need to go now. No. Your club sucks. Enormous amounts of ass. Look at this dance floor. Okay, now I will tell you all of the. No, I will tell you all of the things that
you
are
had
wrong.
to do in this game was being able to dance.
No. Yes, I will also tell you what's wrong with this dance floor. This is not the Techno Club dance floor. You know, the first rule is everybody looks at the DJ. Otherwise, they don't care.
in any fucking way.
Otherwise, he's the cheapest DJ in the universe. This just blows believability completely out of the water for me. And look at that guy. fuck you. Nobody has bottles on the techno dance floor, and you actually dance.
Several of them do that.
Yeah, but then no, you just don't. No, wrong.
I mean, I've
That's
never been
wrong.
to a rave in the USA, but
No, but I have, and it's like this.
I've been to a rave at all,
no,
actually.
no, and it would be. It's like it would be
really
also. It
thing.
would be a lot more people here. They would not be drinking. They would be doing drugs, and they would be caring about the music, and they would actually dance because a rave or like even a club electronic music club is like a tribal celebration of moving in sync. It's a collectivist thing. It's not an individualist thing. I know that some other scenes are more like this, just standing talking and blah blah blah, but this is how it looks like when the DJ sucks enormous amounts of ass.
Nobody's paying attention to the
Otherwise,
DJ.
it's like you're there. You're not there to talk on. You don't talk on the dance floor. You don't fucking flirt on the dance floor. Then you're thrown out. You don't wear a backpack on the dance floor because that's going to be on your face. And you stand in rows and you move forward when you like the music. You move into the gap that is somebody has exited. This is how it works.
Kind of like a metal concert or any other concert of any kind.
Yeah. It's more like a concert than a thing. But you dance and you make an effort to do it together with the people that are beside you and in front of you, and you smile because you're part of the same rhythm and the same experience that you create together. So it's way more than just a dance floor at the disco.
Counterpoint, the majority of the characters are standing looking at the toreador. Maybe she's using presents.
Yeah, probably, but it's like I'm now.
She's literally at the center of the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna rip you a new one.
Now you hate this character. That was the character that you liked.
pathetic. Yeah.
This is some
Your club
terrible
is
diss moves too, by the way.
pathetic.
See you here.
Yeah.
Particularly as this is a private event.
Oh, it's a private event even. Oh god. Okay, what is this?
Police
private event
business,
about?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Just wave the fucking badge for
No,
once.
wait. No, she's not the right person to wave a badge to. It's like, if you do that at a rave, everyone locks up.
Yeah, but she's a vampire and she knows you're a vampire.
Yeah, maybe do. But still, she wouldn't. She would be all cops are bastards anyway.
Yeah, she's
It's
gonna be
like-
a cab on that.
Yeah, I think it's just go straight for knowing Ravenna.
So a couple more comments here. Jennifer said the clan's a family of the Giovanni. That's true.
Yes, they are the most organized clan.
Sure,
And the Tremere. And the Tremere.
And the Tremere.
They're the
That's their superpower and flaw.
Yes.
Sharon said diegetics non-diegetic game reality, huh? Jennifer said in regards to scene setting, what a party they have. I was at birthday parties that had more people. That's true.
Yeah.
I've also had been at birthday parties that last.
Yeah.
Forlorn said the scene reminds me if you want to set up with a true
What
cave and the
immersion.
things is the toreador.
I'm not
in
listening
Malmo.
now. I'm gonna no. Let's see.
You're breaking
Yeah,
the
I'll be
immersion.
discreet.
Yeah,
Exactly. She's exactly as I said. She doesn't want the cops here.
I'll be discreet.
I'll be discreet.
He's wearing sunglasses inside. The other guy doesn't have a shirt.
Wonderful image.
This is all. They just like splattered a bunch of different
Douchebag party.
NPCs.
It's like a stag douchebag party.
Her sister, her twin, she's worried sick. Just need to check in with her.
A twin. I see. A matched pair, perhaps.
I guess I could introduce you. You know, so long as I know Ravenna's doing okay.
Oh, very well. She should be upstairs in the VIP area doing her job.
She's rebarred.
Do not upset my guests.
100%
Never
rebarred.
aim to be an upset, Miss Moore.
No, you never do.
Some terrible dance. She's just doing this. What is this? Some TikTok trend? The scenes remind me if you want to be set up with a true Malkavian that thinks he's a toreador in Malmo, I'll be happy to help, but he's mad and out there. Forlorn has said. If you want to meet a Malkavian that thinks he's a toreador in Malmo.
Oh yeah. Holy shit, yes.
Shonen asks like, isn't this house music or trance? And Jennifer said, I think it's more trance, though more like elevator music.
Yeah. But also people care about genres, don't care about the event. But yeah, it is more. It definitely has. You can find this at the, let's call it a rave thing. But still, the same thing goes. In the it's a trance party yes, it would be kind of a little bit looser, but still, it's like people would care about the dancing.
Or maybe they like actually have a problem like
Yeah.
putting those models all together with the movement. There might be a technical.
Of course it is, but there's like I mostly wanted to rant about like techno culture when I know it the way.
Well,
I know
let's see
it.
those guys. Maybe they're like tighter
Yeah.
packed.
But what we can say, all the sort of or rave culture in general, is like but one thing we can say for certain is that the visualizations suck ass.
Yeah, they only have like one animation. It's a little circle. Fun fact: the first thing that I ever programmed was on a computer was exactly that effect.
Yeah.
I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
So congratulations! Not only this game has the same enemy AI as the game that was that we made for a game jam that was programmed by a 16-year-old. Their main visual effect is something that I made on Basic when I was 8.
Yes.
Congratulations.
But yeah, no, but it's like getting back to this sort of like it's an EDM club. I've heard arguments for because techno is the granddaddy of all of these genres.
You may want to drink one of those because they reset once you're done.
Oh, what do you mean?
Just press up.
They reset all of my shit.
Yeah, that's what Jen had told us before.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, it's like yes, I've heard the arguments from American electronic dance music, or electronic music enthusiasts. That's like everything should be called techno. It's like just call it fucking techno music and be done with it. It's like all of these like house, trance, blah blah.
I
blah,
just
blah,
do
blah,
that.
blah.
I just call
Yes,
everything techno.
Yes, like just do that.
Or to be more
It's
precise,
like, and then you can talk about a specific DJ.
in Brazil, they just call that tush tush tush.
Yeah.
Tush, tush.
Uts musik. That's
uts, uts.
also,
Oh, look
yeah.
to your left.
Yeah.
She's
It's like-
regard.
Yes.
Wow, we did not saw that coming.
Yeah.
Finalizing here, Chardon said that your inner club red is enlightening. Gonna be.
I mean,
he also
also
said it's
like,
gonna be fun to see.
Since 2015 on the techno scene of Stockholm, like mostly techno things, but also like trance, but electronic. But my of course my original scene. Otherwise, I would not be legally allowed to have the job or had the job that I had. Like from 1989 until 2012, I was super I was very heavily involved in first the Umeå, then the Uppsala, and then the Stockholm goth scenes. Because otherwise, you should not be allowed to work for Vampire. Just to have to get that cleared out. And the reason why I found sort of the club scene and the techno scene is because in 2015 it was a lot of like minimal Berlin techno beats, there's tattoos, piercings, it looked like a fucking goth club, and the vibes are very dark. Just to clear that out. Good. Now I will look at this.
Inner club red. It's gonna be fun to see her, Isabella as a DLC character. Jennifer said that you just made Verona tasty to Isabella. And Forlorn asked Stockholm and Tech Noir. I have no idea.
Yes, Tech Noir, of course. First Hexagon.
Starting to hurt.
Then it was first called Hexagon, then Tech Noir. This is the seminal goth club.
Speaking of
But
music,
Grottan, do you remember Grottan? Which was like, that was a smaller venue, but Hexagon, it's called that because it was
Hexagon.
It was in a building by Slussen, which is now torn down.
Yes.
Very
Slussen-
sadly, the place where Tech
fucking
Noir was,
ass.
of course, named after the club in Terminator. They had. It's almost like, the Blues Brothers things. We have two kind of music, country and western. It's like we have two kind of music. It's goth and it's industrial synth. But Malmö had Vogue on Variety, and it was seen by some as the more electronic, synthy, industrial part. Whereas we were the capital of goth. Gothenburg would hate me for saying both of these things, I think.
Because they got goth in the name of the thing.
Yeah.
We are approaching 11.
Yes, I think that's great, and we're not even out of this hallucination yet.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Memory. Let's wrap this up. This is going to be the end of the investigation.
I'm
I
dead sure
think.
that it is. Get
Take
it?
to
Dead?
another venue.
Yeah.
Miss Verona's
Oh,
sister.
she'll look her.
So it seems Donut Detective.
Oh, but the septum piercing is a deal
Same
breaker.
bone structure. That would be easier to tell if I still had a head.
Oh.
Just
No,
so
that's
you
fine.
know,
I'm not trying to sleep with you.
No, I had
because
it here.
makes
Yeah, that's not that bad.
easier. Let's see now.
So the death is pretty fresh. I don't think it's worth asking.
No. Long. Any other marks or wounds?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Any other marks or wounds on you?
From the neck down, nothing crying out for attention, saving the hole in my chest. The head you gotta take on faith. But no other obvious marks. The most common wounds on someone like me are closed with a lick.
That's true. Not the healthiest of pastimes, as I guess.
There's a
you'll
blood
find out.
doll. Were you killed right here?
Yeah,
So the rebar
because
killer
it's
is likely
Yeah,
David,
because
the guy that hired David.
he has to move the bodies. Right?
Yeah.
Killed right here on the spot.
Maybe this is some sort of work of art of his.
Like it, from my blood and my body
okay,
down in
okay.
church.
Then he
Such a
carries
shame.
that shit
I used to
around.
think I was hot, but now, cooling rapidly.
How long have you been dead?
Yeah.
You're still warm, and the blood isn't even congealed.
Yeah, you must have missed me only by a moment or two. Sorry, I had places to be.
This guy is quiet, strong, and
And obfuscated. Very, very obfuscated. He got into a party that is invitation only, carrying a bunch of rebars.
screaming.
The Toria door facing the entrance didn't saw it.
It's real theatrical, ain't it? But next time, could he maybe use stage blood instead?
There's no next time you're dead,
You died in
lady.
the same way,
Sorry
right?
to tell you.
Rebar in the heart and a bad.
You're
case
not
of
going
the
into the light.
Sure, detective. Just like
Sorry,
the
she might.
others.
She's just a blood doll.
The death
Yeah,
of
There's
her kindred.
definitely no.
But I
She will.
wasn't
She's.
kindred.
She has.
That's true, she's
has
not kindred.
She's not.
This is a
She will.
message to my kind.
She can.
Yeah, but that's the thing, the other victims were
transcend.
kindred.
Yes.
Well, no.
The other victims were kindred.
No. She's a blood doll. The other, the first one was
was-
kindred.
And
Because it
then-
was Lou's co-ruler, remember?
Yeah, and
The
the second one
second
was a-
victim was she thought that she was kindred, but she wasn't.
Yeah.
And now we have a blood doll.
Okay, so this is not a kindred probably is doing this.
No.
Things. It's probably a hunter.
Most likely a hunter.
Yeah.
But why kill a blood doll? And why kill the
but it's
other
like
girl?
No. The theory that it's a hunter rests on one thing.
The first murder.
It rests on somebody from the outside starting to believe in vampires and then mistaking these others for vampires.
That could be the case.
Yeah.
Or maybe
That's my
the first
theory.
murder was a hunter and the second and the third one were a copycat.
Same person. No, same person. Hunter, and then they confused us because she looks like a vampire. So this is about
But I'm
assumptions.
blood doll, you know?
But there, no spoilers. No spoilers.
No, that's no spoilers. I think Sharky's gonna jumpy the Sharky here because it's starting to get late in Australia or
Yes.
getting early in Australia.
Of course.
Sharky, thank you very much for attending
Thanks
the
a
live
lot,
stream.
and thanks for starting some very, very interesting
Yes.
conversations and allowing me to talk about my
But you'll catch
my
it for me, won't you?
dissenting perspective.
Well, I'll try, although it won't have been
And still
Shit happens
giving
to
me
us all.
the time and sort of seeing that I come from probably the same ideological place as a lot of these people try to pretend that they do, but I take it very seriously. I take my activism seriously. I take my fight for liberation from capitalism seriously, and I think using the kinds of malicious methods that are often used within games devalues that struggle. But yeah, håll fanan högt som vi säger.
Yeah, Lurkchin is here. Hello, Lurkchin. The session's been fun. We had a lot of very interesting discussions. The game itself is starting to slog. I'm not enjoying the game.
Listen, it's slogging because we are talking all
That
the
too.
time and not. It's like the way to play this game. We're not giving this game a chance now. The way to play this game is in absolute silence, going into it and focusing in. So if you guys do that, please do that because I think I would enjoy this, like a lot. But we are not
I'm not
here.
sure if I'll play this game past the second session if I was
Yeah.
playing by myself.
We're not. Yeah.
And I bought this
for
game
me, it's
twice.
for me, it's the combat that sucks.
Yeah,
To be honest.
It's not very engaging.
No, the combat fucking sucks. The repetition of characters suck. But this part, I do enjoy.
This looks like the type of game that I would love if a YouTuber that I really like made a very quick explanation of the story, and showed me like the key points of the game. So like I skip all
I'm
the
not
walking
like that.
around.
I'm not like that. I want to immerse, and I love Dear Esther, and I love Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. So yeah, you get it.
I value my time. That's my answer. Jennifer told you to stare at it in silence and endure. Joseph said that he missed a lot of conversation. Yes, you have, but the VOD is going to be available for
very
as soon as we're finished with
and
the stream.
it's as they say, kind of spicy.
Yeah, we're like trying to see like how long it's going to take for somebody to actually cancel us again.
I am uncancelable.
What are you
It's
gonna
like,
do?
no, listen.
How are you going to cancel me more?
What are you gonna do?
Brazilian.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, how am I
I've
going to
done
get more
everything
canceled
to-
than I already am? I'm
Yes.
already pre-canceled.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Find out where I work and try to fire me? Good fucking luck. There's 3 people that know where it is.
What was that about?
Sometimes I wonder what
And
I'm
also,
sewing.
give me a reason.
Then I have
Give me one.
conversation
See what
like
happens.
this and realize
Uh,
Yeah, we need to wrap very soon, but this is obviously it's gonna drag it out with the fucking memoriam now. That I think is excessive. Oh, they want to do this.
Oh,
Let's see.
mommy.
Yes.
Not at all, dearest. Merely discussing etiquette.
Not about me? Oh, well, that's time wasted. But it's so good to see you, Detective. I hope you are here to enjoy yourself and not on an official investigation. A broken vase, a stolen innocence, a bloodless corpse.
Good evening, my other prince.
My other prince.
Oh, dear Detective.
You backseat
you
driving
are
this.
a
Next time you get to do it.
sparkling evening of
Oh, you didn't have like any actual fight scenes for me, so
No, I know you've been, but yes, we have. Yeah, we've been solving this murder instead. I believe my theory is correct. By the
we
way.
didn't solve the murder at all. We actually were supposed to prevent it from happening, and it did. We
and sister.
maybe it fucking sucks as a law, man.
About the Carstairs matter. Will you have time this evening? Tomorrow?
Sure, so there's important knowledge there. Oh yeah, I see very important pair of knowledges that I would very much like to do a deep dive on.
Including my own.
Okay, do man. I have a time.
Yeah, it's Brazilian. Do things differently there.
What are we celebrating?
So,
Oh, she's her sister. Oh, that makes her death so much more tragic.
A joint enterprise which my sister and I are considering. Nothing that should concern you. It is always wise to plan for the long term.
well, I suppose in your case, the very, very long term.
Indeed.
What are we celebrating again?
Really, I am starting to wonder why Malkavians are permitted at our court. It is New Year, and a
Oh,
gathering at this
that
time
should give us a
is
clue.
tradition.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Surprised you still
I didn't notice either.
Given how many you've seen.
We like
My
to
defense
keep
is on
it
Sapien. The font is terrible to read from where I am.
So you two are sisters, but very different sisters.
Yeah, Jennifer just said it's New Year's Eve. Look at the banner at the back.
Yeah,
not sisters in mortal
we're not the
combats.
sharpest knives in the box.
I'm
Always.
very close to starting to become legally blind because I can't, like, I can barely read the stuff on the screen, and the screen is right next to me in here.
Gideon is not the most direct of teachers. He likes me to pursue my own inquiries.
You are on thin ice, Malkavian, as is your sire.
You don't like my sire?
Gideon has his uses. You are yet to prove yours.
I'm halfway out of the frame, by the way.
Well,
No, by the end of the
sorry,
thing, I finally realized it.
Just to solve it, I mean. Not to cause it.
Like, I get it, it's your screen, but we don't have those cameras anymore.
You, I
Yes.
honestly
I mean, we still have it, it's just there's a painter fucking set them up.
Might I ask how you
It's a- yeah.
became prince? Or should I say, one of 2 princes?
You can ask. It is a simple matter. The attack on our dear sire all those years ago left us leaderless. Lou and I thought it best to combine our talents.
Look, you get along.
That's a good job you two get on like a house on fire. Am I right?
I am never certain whether you're being sarcastic or direct.
Oh, direct. Definitely direct.
Lou Graham is adroit in certain spheres. I'd like to think my influence is in others. We complement each other well. Our
What's the deal with her hand? Is she trying to like pump blood into her arm before like they take like a blood sample?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have had enough of your fumbling tongue.
Of course.
I've had enough of your
I
fumbling
wish
tongue.
you
That's what she
to be
said.
Detective, if of course you survive it.
Ah, famous last words.
I figured I should do the rounds properly before going to see her ladyship.
Well, well, if it isn't our very own investigator. I suppose they'd call you a dick, but you're hot.
Shana said that we might need an extra lamp.
King of Swank himself.
Oh, we actually do have it.
The upper crust.
Yeah.
It's the first feedback that we got on our lighting, so
Good.
Among princes.
Yeah.
Hope you haven't eaten.
oh, no, I'm fucking blind.
Rather keen
No, this way's great.
shortly. Our royals want. Of course, sometimes we have to make. They're useful to be sure. Oh, do forgive me.
Joseph asked if he can take a few questions. We're trying to end the stream.
Yeah, we are.
But like, you can shoot like one.
Yeah.
That one we can promise that like we're gonna do our best.
And so yeah.
Because like we were late in the stream and we spent like 2 hours chatting about lots of stuff.
Our old sport is a heady pheromone. It makes the delightful delectable and the harlot wholesome. It's a good look for the city. You can't buy charisma, nor even...
You can't buy charisma. You can buy charisma if you have enough experience points. What are you talking about, sir? Ah, I'm funny. I make jokes.
Yes, that was
I'm a
actually
comedian.
that was actually kind of funny.
Ah, thanks.
Oh,
Good evening to you.
This one is...
How are you finding the party?
that is my sire.
Ah, that's your sire.
Haven't kicked you out? You know Sophia, of course.
We've not actually met. I don't
This I
know
like
you.
because it gives, you know, the immortal perspective.
Sophia!
Yes.
Wow, she actually has a different goal thing.
He has told me
Whoa.
so much. I mean,
You
not that we
don't
can
have
be
high
that
thoughts
or
about this game, do you?
Well,
No.
we do.
No.
But it's all good things.
Ah, yes. Thank you for reminding me. That puzzle you sent, an excellent recommendation.
I passed an entire night on it. Absolutely devilish.
Wasn't it just? It was id as a 2-letter word that baffled me.
Yes, completely threw off my cipher. If you find any more like that, you must let me know.
This is actually pretty good dialogue, though.
Yeah.
What are you working on, Sophia?
I just like to keep my head down. Try and be useful where I can.
Don't be so modest. Oh, you must tell Fabian about the wireless.
The wireless, yes. Imagine, we listened to an orchestra concert.
All the way from New York. Sophia has built a set from parts. Oh, it sounds like scratching in a box to me, but...
The potential to communicate instantly between cities, not shackled to the telegraph.
But then the risk. One mortal with a little equipment in their garage and our secrets are blasting out across the ether.
Okay, so FM radio was invented in 1933,
Exactly.
but the radio was
When is
invented in like the 1890s.
Yeah.
1895.
Yeah.
Guillermo
Yes,
Marconi.
it's like, but yeah, they have. Now they're talking about amateur radio.
Yeah, amateur radio
Which
would be
was
like-
not really a thing.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was
like
not a
FM
thing.
radio was in
Not a
33,
thing.
yeah.
No. Amateur radio was not a thing in 25. That is, it's mostly post World War II phenomenon.
Yes.
Because radio, the skill of using radios was transmitted through activity
In military,
that war,
yeah.
In the second, in
So,
the
okay,
Great
so
War. Yeah, or
Joseph's
in the Second
question.
World- Yes.
This one is going to be either a good one or a very simple one. What was the one toughest thing moving into V5 from V20 or the revised editions of the game?
I know, it's like that is the easiest thing ever. Canceling the new World of Darkness. Making Chronicles of Darkness not the choice. I think
No,
that
but
is...
from V20 and revised. Forget about
Oh,
Chronicles
okay.
of Darkness.
Yeah, but that's
a different
choosing
line.
that path. Yeah, okay. That was the toughest at all. That was like deeply toughest. Tough? Was there anything tough about that?
Oh, all of the disciplines were revamped.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The lore is like you had to make up like what the fuck did we do like
No,
with,
but it never
with the
felt
scenario
tough.
that ended.
It never felt tough. Because tough implies that it's like a hard, like, crushing choice. It's like, oh, I have to get rid of this thing, or I have to change this thing. There was nothing like that. For me, it was pure joy to continue something. and to pass along the torch and to have the staff and like, okay, I'm gonna run now. We'll see how long I'm gonna run. Hopefully I will hand it off to the next guy and not get tripped along the way, which is unfortunately what happened, and somebody had to take the stick up from the ground. The toughest thing was dealing with technology, modern technology. Yes, that was actually a bit tough.
I will not make any comments, otherwise we'll never shut up.
No, we'll never shut up. That was probably the hardest design part of like, okay, shit. Now everybody has a masquerade breaking device in their fucking pocket. How do we deal with this? That was probably the toughest thing. That was the hardest thing. But a lot of things that you like, when you look at it on the surface, just think, oh, they got rid of this. It says that that's not the case. It's a different kind of focus. It's like the searchlight is on another place. All the things that existed in Revised and V20, they still exist in the world of V5. It's a continuation, it's not a reboot, nothing's burned up, nothing is completely gone, nothing is like changed like that. The Week of Nightmares happened, yes, even the fucking Week of Nightmares happened, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
The thing about cell phones, etc., this is something that would be much easier for you guys to have addressed if you had started with the thing that actually generates technological advancement. That'll be Mage. Once you establish, so this is how technology works in the world of darkness now, then everything derives from there. So again, the Mage theory of everything should have been the right path.
I mean, it is objectively it is the right answer if you do if you sort them as, okay, here's cosmological truth, because of course Mage gets closest to the cosmological truth of the world of darkness. Absolutely, no question. But for us, that was it's of course economic suicide, and you have to start with Vampire because it's as big as all of the other games put together and then some. And we wanted to do Bloodlines, so there's just no way we're gonna do that. But that they still haven't done Mage, that to me is a mystery. That implies...
That's not a mystery to me.
It implies a lot of things. But anyways, but yeah, that was the toughest thing. Absolute toughest. It was like, what the fuck do we do to believably maintain the Masquerade and take the consequence that everybody and their mother would have been caught in the 9/11 investigations and and all that happened, Homeland Security, the very quick hyper surveillance state that emerged in the wake of 9/11, that would have crushed Vampire Society unless certain things happen. So we opted for yes, intelligence agencies are now aware, but they also want to maintain the Masquerade because of the mass fucking panic that would ensue instantly if Joe Schmo knew about vampires. So they're in on it. They know, some people know, and that means that being a vampire is more like being a drug dealer, where you gotta be really fucking careful about your burner phones and all that shit. Yeah. So that was the toughest, as in as I understand the word tough. As in what took the most work, that's a different question. But yeah, thank you for that question. It's a good one.
Jen said she just found out that in 1925, John Logie Bayard conducted the first public demonstration of televised images in motion.
Yes, absolutely. The TV is that old. It is.
Yeah,
it is. But there's a lot of things
buttons.
That were like fringe. Yes, buttons. But yeah,
if Joseph says he appreciates the answer.
Thank you.
I appreciate the question.
Yeah, and the
viewership.
I mean if we have things like, yeah, if we were wrong on radio, amateur radio, I don't think we are, but please correct us on those things. I like facts and not positions or assumptions. I have a saying that I try to follow. It is never assume. It makes an ass out of you and me.
So how are things, oh sire of mine?
Same old, same old. They saunter in so full of hope and...
You did pick up on that fascinating man the other day. The one with the numbers?
That's right. The numbers man. I could tell he was working an angle. I went over,
asked him. He's some sort of math whiz, brain full of digits, flapping around like butterflies. So we broke a few of his actual digits and threw him out on his rear. You'd have liked him, I'm sure.
Are all Camarilla princes like ours?
Terrifying, gorgeous, power-hungry tyrants, you mean? For the most part, yes.
Yeah, there's exceptions. There's a lot. No, I wouldn't say they all are.
I hear of princes follows the pattern.
It is also short-sighted. I think
I'm speeding things along here
if we spend a little
in the interest of reaching some sort of conclusion here, because we really have to stop now.
Yeah. Coming up with, so we can protect ourselves. And a little less time.
Posing in ballrooms?
Joseph said that he enjoyed a lot of the changes from the updated version, especially for the Tremere. He was a Tremere player for a while.
You have a
he was often getting stuck at the pyramid climber role.
Yeah,
well, that's kind of like what the Tremere were.
Yeah, what they were, but
they were like extremely rigid with that. You couldn't play like a Tremere that's like, oh yeah, like a...
No, but you now you can play both the pyramid adherent if you want, and you can play something else. But for all you old school Tremere fans, stay tuned. The book series for Renegade ain't over yet. Nothing more. We need to end the stream now before I say something stupid.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
I was chatting with Sharon at the chat here. Sharon, I will not be answering that question. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I cannot go further there.
Sweet. Thank you for tonight. This has been, I think, our most intellectually engaging and passionate session in a lot of ways. There's a lot of emotions. I've had a lot of emotions. So have you, I think. Thank you for tonight. See you around. And Blood and Souls.
Yeah, see you guys around. I need to find a catchphrase for me. It's not going to be Blood and Souls, but it's probably going to be something silly.
Yeah, you need to... Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or something like that.
Now you press the end, the stream ending soon.
Yeah.
And then I think... Oh wait, no, don't press stop streaming. Just mute ourselves.
Is that it?
No, the other one.